fantasy and adventure.
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today?
You mean us?
Yeah, everybody.
I don't know if he's talking to chat.
Wonderful.
Yes, how is everybody?
Yeah.
Nice. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear the players?
Hello, hello, hello.
Who drew over Professor Tad? Why does he look like a wizard now? I don't know. I don't know what happened.
He is a wizard now.
Someone drew
Professor
over.
Tad is just doing what Professor Tad does.
Someone drew
He's
over
co-
Burkus
He's
too.
cosplaying. Just humor him.
Yes.
I'm the same character as before. What are you talking about?
Oh right. Yes.
Grow your
Yes.
hair out.
Well, welcome back, everybody. To I hear you. Everyone sounds good, but a little quiet-ish. Okay, I will increase their volume as well. Boop. There we go. Well, anyway, welcome back, everybody, to Dungeons and Dragons. I hope everybody is ready for some fun. To catch everybody up on what happened last time, you guys were in the Aetherworks Forge, and you guys, you started off running from a giant steampunk lancer, killed him. You found a clockwork heart, which I think you handed to Varus. Inside the room where the lancer was, you found a clockwork blade. I don't know if Rogar's done anything with that.
He still got it.
Okay. And then you guys found the other cogs, opened up the secret entrance to this anvil, this forge, killed the robot in here as well as his two dogs. Fucking right. I forgot. Bilge came in and terminated those dogs into the lava. First thing. And then you guys fought.
Knock knock.
Yep, knock. You guys fought the robot in here, killed him, and at this point, I'm assuming everybody has probably taken a long rest. I'm gonna go ahead and summon everybody to the board here.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why I was just looking at a snow
Yep.
campsite.
And now we are going to continue from there. So
Burkus's sorry, not Burkus. Bluebee's miniature looks a little different.
and so does Burkus's.
Yeah,
That's
Burkus
also
too.
true.
I mean, he's the same character he always was.
Yeah, we leveled up.
Your
and chose
memories are-
subclasses.
Yes.
Mistaken.
Anyway, you just
I am
found
the
a
same.
you found a sigil shard, and you also learned of where the anvil location is, which is what Arden Wright was wanting to know of. So
Oh, that's what that thing is.
everybody
Take
has
it with us, or-
at this point. No, you can't. It is not. You cannot bring it with you. I will say that everybody go ahead and recover your health, recover your spell slots. I'm going to consider you guys have maybe taken a long rest at some point. So, what do you guys do from here?
Probably
Just-
leave the room.
Just to recap, we found another one of those same glowing stones, right? The rune stones. What are they called again?
Yeah, the sigil
sigil.
shard.
Sigil shards. We found
Yep,
the
the
second
sigil
shard.
Yes.
Yeah, Professor Tad is holding one, and then the second one is now in the possession of, is it Tamari or Varus?
I think
I
Tamari
have
has
it.
That's right.
Uh,
And the mission that we came down here to do was to restart the forge for a colleague of Professor Tad. So we would now presumably go get paid.
Well, restart
Yes.
or locate. I thought it was to locate.
The forge, right? The
Yes.
anvil. The anvil. He wanted
Yeah.
the anvil.
you needed
Yeah,
to
it's
locate the
anvil.
yes. You needed to locate the anvil. All he wanted was just a location, and
Okay, I
you
wrote
know
it
of.
down on a map.
Yep, you took out your cartographer stuff last time and wrote it down on a map. You
Okay.
Tamari found a hidden hatch that had 200 gold pieces in it. She was going to split it, but I don't know if anybody actually added that. So if you want, she can hold on to that, like just to make things a little easier. And if you need the gold, we can like keep track of that.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
easy
whatever
if
the
just
group
the
wants to do, I
party
don't
can
care.
do it.
And then she also found a diamond. Did you add a diamond to your inventory?
I did.
Okay.
Just in case I need to bring anyone back from the dead. Professor Tad.
Nice. Yeah. No. Don't worry about Professor Tad. If he's living this life YOLO style.
All right.
That's exactly why.
Your
Um,
mini is captivating.
I like your new mini too. Those flowing locks are luscious.
Thank you.
He
Also, I
wants
just
to live
realized-
YOLO, but he's living Yolt.
Also, I just realized, Cody, your miniature has the goggles down over their eyes.
Do I?
I think so.
No, it's just,
there's-
it's just
there's
No,
some
not
eyes peeking
really.
out.
They're over.
They're not. They're not. Okay. Oh well,
They're-
there they are. They're really,
they're
just
up,
really
yeah.
tiny eyes. From above, it looks like you're wearing them.
Hero
completely.
Forge is not the perfect thing.
No, it looks cool.
It was fine. It was fine.
All right. So
No,
are we
so-
all in agreement to leave this room? Are we gonna walk back or just like teleport back or?
Can we teleport back?
Is fast
I'm not
traveling an
sure.
option?
I'm not sure we can, so we may need to.
Fast traveling is not an option at this point.
You know,
Let's do it
we
to
gotta
walk.
we gotta be careful because remember there were other things out there. We don't know.
Yeah, and we didn't
That's
see what they
true.
were. They
But
could
that
be
was like
robots.
17 hours ago.
White text appears at the top left-hand side of the screen that says, "You cannot fast travel from this location."
You cannot fast travel with enemies nearby.
Lurkus, I don't know if you know or not, but robots don't have to sleep.
True. I think we came in from this way. Yeah.
Always suspected.
Lead the way.
Yeah.
You're the tank.
we
lead the
able to-
way.
Were we able to get out this way?
I-
Because
we're gonna find
there's
out.
this-
Yeah.
But we got to make sure that.
Remember when you guys first showed up, Varus put like an illusion there to make you think
Oh yeah.
that there was a machine there. Right now it's just a pile
There
of
was
rubble.
Something we did hear scary footsteps in this hallway before, so I would assume
Yeah.
let's maybe douse our torches and be stealthy here.
A good idea.
I agree.
All right. Rogues first.
Roll your stealth
Investigation.
check.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everybody?
Every person.
Yep.
Okay.
I was about to say.
How do we take out the dice again? There they are.
Yeah, spacebar to pull it out. And there you go.
I might as well. I rolled a 12.
I got an 11.
13.
11, 12,
15.
13, 15. Okay.
14.
14. Okay.
Not bad rolls.
All right. So, did you roll a 20 again, Skid?
Hold on. I haven't gotten everybody's number. Did I, what was Bilge? What did Bilge roll?
12.
12. Okay. All right. I'm rolling. Oh, okay. All right. You guys go ahead. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. 94. I rolled a 94. I get to roll a D100
Sounds
while everybody
right.
else rolls a D20.
Well, we
A
gotta get
unicorn
back up.
appears
We
and
gotta get
shoots
back
a laser beam
upstairs.
through us.
As you guys are sneaking through the hallway, you do hear a slight clink, clink way off in the distance, heading your way.
Let's
Oh, we
hot
gotta
foot
get
it.
out of this
Hurry,
hallway.
hurry.
Hot
Huddy,
foot it.
huddy.
Wait, from this hallway?
No,
From the
no,
hallway
not
we
not
were
from that
just
room.
sneaking
Yeah,
through.
coming down from like one of the long ends of the hallway.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So
The big
Uh,
scary generator
wait,
hallway.
did this lever like close the door?
Yeah, that lever originally opened the door when you guys were in here. This is the secret.
Okay.
This is Arden's secret laboratory.
We never checked out this room over here.
Nope.
I don't
Nope,
think.
we didn't.
Nope,
Do you
We
want
Close
to?
the
did
door.
not.
Close the door. To
All
the
right, so you
hallway.
pull the lever. Doing so does close the secret hatch.
Everyone's
Incredibly
in here,
loudly.
right?
It was.
Everything
I mean, you can try to hear if that alerted anybody on the other side if you want. Someone want to roll a perception check?
I'd rather not stick around.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll do
Should we
it.
check out
Wait,
the
do we
room
not?
after
Do we
we
not?
checked?
Do we not want to see this this room we didn't look at?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
look at it.
My treasure
we can-
sense is tingling.
Was there a perception check that we need for that?
What, for this other room? Yeah. Whoever's checking it, whoever's the main one searching it, roll a perception check for me.
Tad, who's
Let's
always
all
like
search it.
15
Let's all
steps
search
ahead.
Our chief searcher.
Let's all search it. The more, the better.
All right. Multiple searchings.
'cause I can
Varus
roll
is really
back.
good at
Our
investigation.
Our
I
chief
got a 25.
needs first serve.
I got a nat 20.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
gee.
not good
A
at
nat
investigation this
20.
time.
Okay.
I got a 4, so I've.
17.
All right.
Wait, what was
I'm
this for?
investigating the wrong room.
What was this for? Perception?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what I
Oh, I
got.
thought it was investigation.
I got a 18. Oh, investigation. Oh, well,
Well,
I got a
that would
15
give
for
me a 6
perception.
then.
Oh, no, I mean, it might be perception. I don't know what Skid's asking
Yeah,
for.
well, I got.
I thought it was
got a-
for investigation as well.
Well, whoever got a 20, just tell us what you perceive.
That's fine.
Tell us what's-
Yeah, Varus is the one that rolled a nat 20 on. It should have been investigation. I might have missaid, and I apologize about that. But let me roll here.
Spoken rules. We- That was a perfectly fine AC over here.
I know, right? It's keeping it nice and cool.
Can install
Okay.
it in my.
Yeah, there's a lot of like futuristic looking things down here. Looks like there's things that Arden was building and researching and messing with. All right, Varus, you managed to find hidden behind one of the weird like futuristic box things a pair of green leather boots.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm no longer
Swanky.
barefoot.
Are they magical green leather boots?
I don't know. Roll an Arcana check.
Magical green leather boots, yeah.
I got a 4.
They look like really nice green leather boots to you.
Are
These
they
are
green
really
leather boots
nice
that
boots.
belong to somebody else?
Does anyone else want to look at these nice green leather boots?
Not
Wow,
particularly.
those are good, nice green leather boots.
Wow. Those are definitely not off the shelf. You know, those are custom.
I
made.
could give it a shot.
What are those?
God damn it!
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Those indeed look like boots that are green.
Is that a treasure chest in front of Bilge?
No.
So am I doing an Arcana check or can I do one?
Yeah, go for it. You're the one that asked about it. Roll. If you, I mean,
Oh!
Okay.
Tamara, you.
They're really fine green.
They are
leather boots.
I love
extremely.
that this adventure has like screeched to a halt. We're all surrounded with like magnifying glasses on, like, I'll take this back to the lab, Alfred, doing like running tests on these green leather boots.
Them's are some nice boots.
In closer inspection, these are loafers.
Yeah, Tamari, you just reach deep inside your arcane knowledge, and you're able to just even without casting any identify spell or anything like that, you instantly know these. You've heard of these. They are boots of elven kind.
Oh,
Oh.
shit, those are good.
Them some elven boots.
Are they comfy?
Them some
Classic.
ass boots.
I don't know. Maybe you should put them on.
They'll take a
Do
little
we
bit
know
of
what
time
they
to
do?
attune to. Yes, I will tell you that in just a minute. Sorry, I'm at.
Okay, I just thought they were just made by elves. I didn't-
No,
Do
they
give you
are.
long
They
ears?
are. They are a magical. It is a magical item. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Put them on. Complete
Oh.
your elvish cosplay.
I remember what these do.
They make your feet.
There you go.
really
So what
green.
these boots of Elvenkind do is while you're wearing these boots, once you attune to them, your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving across, and you also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks.
So they're rogue boots.
Yes.
Oh.
Give them to Bilge.
I'm just walking by and it's just like
How does he do it?
But yeah, so that'll help either who's the other rogue again? Not
Flafty,
looking at the-
Rogar.
Flafty, yeah, your character's Rogar. That's right.
Hey, these are really nice. Feel good on my toesies.
So who has them?
Apparently,
I think
I'm
Varus-
wearing them right now.
Oh, I thought Varus.
Just
had
trying them out.
One toe.
Um,
The whole shoe.
I mean,
They're gonna
did
stretch him out.
the Varus
Beautiful.
found them, or did she hand them to you? Is that what's going on here?
I don't
I
know.
figured I was passing them around for everyone to check out these nice ass boots.
All right. So are you just holding on to them right now? Who's are they?
My boots.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We'll figure out who gets the boots later. Let's get
Okay.
the fuck out of this
Right
distract.
now, Varus will hold on to them. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
hold on to them.
We'll figure this out
First
later. but it
agreement
would-
with Professor
Hey,
Tad.
at least we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
some boots.
to maximize the use of those boots, they should go to the one of the two rogues on the team.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm wearing these boots right now. Do you hear me not walking?
They
Feels
were
like
made
I'm
for walking.
walking on air.
All right. So everybody makes it back to the hatch.
Back to the hatch.
Back to the hatch.
Back to
Samurai
the
Jack.
hatch to play the shitty games that suck. Hatch.
Oh, the lever, crunk.
Wrong lever.
Why do we even have that other lever?
Whoa. Reality is being made around me.
And now we're back from Dungeon Space.
It's like
Can
looking
he
at
define with
Legos.
that sad look upon your face?
All right. Everybody comes out of the
Download all.
Oh,
secret hatch
damn
that
right we do.
Arden Wright led you guys to. He actually
Oh.
turns and notices you guys emerge, and he's like, "Oh, hello."
We have come.
Why do you have my boots? Why are you wearing my boots?
Well, that was weird.
Hey, you didn't say nothing about giant robots.
You know what? Now that you
Which one is the guy?
mention it, hold on. Oh, fucking that one on perception. He
It's this
doesn't
little
notice
guy
you
right
carrying the
here,
boots
right?
at all.
I think it's this guy.
Yay!
It's this guy right here.
Hide the
This
boots.
little guy.
Hide the boots
Alright.
quick.
Oh no, he just wanted the anvil. All right, I give him the map for the anvil, and I'm like, job well done. Yeah, we've retrieved. The
Ah,
information
see, you've
Ah.
returned. So you, yes.
Hold on. I'm having some kind of error on Tailspire.
Uh oh.
The place between boards, you've been sent to the something. I went to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, jeez.
I'm in the ocean.
Oh no!
Everything's-
Not again.
You totally
Interesting.
Burkus
Ocean
this.
in the ocean. Is there house broke? Lots of trouble. Lots
I'm
of
glad that's what
trouble.
my name is a verb for.
Okay, there we
now.
go. That was weird.
Okay.
Interesting.
Let me start this
down.
Right. Let me start this over again. Aha! I see you've returned. I assume you managed to discover what you were looking for.
So we've found the anvil. You should.
Oh,
find it,
and
no
the
problem.
anvil too. Wonderful. Is there anything else I should worry about that's down there?
Yeah,
Fucking
robots.
robots.
What did you mean?
Yeah.
And
Robots?
Dancing robots.
I had no idea
Any
of any.
robots is too many robots, but this was too many
Yeah,
robots.
So-
do you know anything about clinking, clattering abominations of world?
No, no, I had no idea of
Clinking,
anything of the
clashing, stretches
kind.
of junk.
I only heard rumors that there was some kind of forge down there. I didn't know it was actually there. But you discovered it, so it must be.
Yep.
Wonderful. Wow, you've done me a great favor. Thank you kindly. You've made a very good friend of the Cog and Conduit Guild. If there's anything I can help with in the future, please don't hesitate to ask. But for your current reward, I promised you information, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
think
Yeah.
about
it
those
was
hooded
about.
figures.
Hooded figures and something about shards of a sigil, yes?
Yes.
Well, I know not of where more are personally, but perhaps those hooded figures might. As I'm sure you all know, we have plenty of guilds that run the show here in Gearhaven. 7 guilds to be exact, or that's the official story anyway. He looks around the area and then steps closer and kind of leans in. You see, there's a secret 8th guild that I believe actually has more influence than the others, one that specializes in information, acquiring secrets, surveilling influential figures, and uncovering the hidden machinations of the city's power struggles. Many folks suspect that it exists, but none dare look into it in fear of disappearing into the night, never to be heard from again. Anyway, sometimes when I'm working late into the night, I've taken notice of meetings happening at an abandoned house just across the street from here. It matters none to me. I mean, all I want to do is invent and create. They leave me alone, so I leave them alone. But you didn't hear this from me. Perhaps if you wait till nightfall, you might be able to infiltrate said meeting, maybe find out something for yourselves. That's all I've got from you.
Where do they have this meeting?
Right. As I said, it's a house just across the street. Right over there. And he points in this direction at this house.
Thank you, God.
Yes.
Thank you, God.
Oh.
You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some infiltrating to do myself. I'm going to head down below and check out this anvil.
Careful of robots.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yes, yes.
I have to do some infiltrating.
So, yeah, do keep in mind, sir, there is a switch to open a wall. The path is right across from there.
Oh, I know of the
There
switch. That's why that's my laboratory that I built down there. I know of the switch.
So,
Listen, I built the.
It's right across. It's right across from where the door opens.
Really, that close the whole time? Wow, how convenient.
I know it's crazy. that you
yeah,
find it
a
before
little
now.
suspicious, but you know.
Well, anyway, good luck to you all. Thank you again.
Thank
Well,
you, Sean.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, now I'm
That guy's
suspicious of
That guy's gonna be
character.
the villain, isn't he?
I know, right? Now I'm suspicious of that guy.
How did he
Maybe
not
we should
know
wait
about
till he
the
gets out of
robot?
earshot.
He's
Did any of us think to ask what he needed that forge for?
No.
To
What
make
if I
more
know?
robots.
I mean,
Yeah, to make more robots.
Probably to make death robots, but that's
God
not
damn
our
it.
problem.
yes,
Least
it
not
is a
yet, anyway.
problem.
Not yet, anyway.
All robots are a problem. No one's listening to me.
To build the robots.
Build the robots, dude.
Build the robots.
Dude.
Okay, so what are we gonna do now? Because now we need to find this 8th guild. And
Yeah. So we
try to get
we know
some
where they're
more.
gonna meet.
Yeah.
I
So we
say
gotta
we
wait.
do it
meeting at
Are we
night.
gonna wait till night again?
What
Oh, boy.
time
I
That's
is
say we
it
do another
now?
stakeout.
Stakeout.
It went so well last
Steakhouse,
time. Why not
where?
do it again?
Yeah.
Do we have to do a time check to figure out what time it is?
right. I forgot to mention the meetings only happen at night. Okay, I'm gone.
Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Right, you son of a bitch. Yeah, all right.
Did he pay us? I forgot. No, he paid us in
He
information.
paid us
Yes.
in information.
That's
In
right, that's right.
information.
Yeah.
The greatest payment of all.
The real treasure.
Knowledge.
So, Professor,
Hang on.
Professor-
Before
I thought
we
the greatest- I thought the greatest payment was an exposure.
yeah. Zip.
All right. Boot to the head.
Uh,
Green elven boot to the head.
Green
what were you
elven
about to
food.
say, Cody? You were about to proposition.
And
an
one
idea
more
the
for the win.
stakeout?
Okay, so first off, I need more ammo. So
Yeah, without you having to search painstakingly around the whole entire fucking city, I'll just say that it takes about 20 or 30 minutes. It would take about 20 or 30 minutes to find a shop here in Gearhaven, a very futuristic steampunk city that sells ammunition that you would need.
All right, so I can just reset my ammo then.
Yes.
Time jump. We all restocked our.
All right.
I mean that's the best way to handle shopping episodes, to be honest, because it's boring to have everyone walk in.
I got you. I was I wasn't sure if there was anything else. Where's my?
How many bullets are you wanting to buy for your shotgun?
Yes.
How many? Wait, how many? Where the hell is my bullet information.
It's in your backpack. It's called firearm bullets, and I'll fix that for you.
Good. All right, cool.
So how many are you wanting to buy?
Like how much would it cost me to get 10?
10 would be about 15 gold.
15 gold, and I got like
Wait.
Yes.
Would it be all right, well, how about 8?
8? I mean, you can always. How about this? You can always try to haggle if you want. How about you? How about you roll a? What would this be?
It might be my intimidation.
A persuasion check is what it would be.
Persuasion. All right, persuasion. So let's do like persuasion. So I'm gonna do a persuasion check, and that's gonna be a 20.
Whoa!
Wait, it's a 19 plus 1, and it's.
Oh, okay. So a dirty. So a dirty 20. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's like, all right.
Dirty, filthy 20.
You apparently have not. You're very sober today, and you're able to talk to the shopkeeper very, very eloquently.
I would like to think that I am drunk, and I'm just more eloquent while I'm drunk.
Or maybe, that. We could go with that.
I got this axe while drunk.
The shopkeep lowers the price. You want 10 bullets? I'll give you 10 bullets for 10 gold instead of 15.
Right.
Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair.
All right.
I'll go. And that brings me down to 37. How do I change that?
We'll fix it.
Yeah. Manage coin. Nope. Hang on. So I can just click 10, remove, and there we go. Got it. I did
it. Perfect.
So,
he did it.
And you now have 10 shotgun shells in your backpack. So
hell yeah.
We'll keep track of that. Right. That was a really useful fucking item down below.
I also need to restock on ammo as well.
All right. He talks to the shopkeep for you. How about that?
That works.
Okay. Yeah. Can I just?
How much ammo are you wanting to buy?
Then?
4. Okay.
Can I just get 4.
4.
So I can have a full revolver set.
All right. She'll for 4 bullets, she'll charge you 2 gold for that.
Okay. Perfect. And I watch where the gold goes.
Okay. The fuck's sake. When every time they take a little bit of gold, they put it into a little lockbox right directly in front of them beneath the counter.
Okay. Is the lockbox locked?
It's called a lockbox.
I would hope so.
Okay. I'm going to
it is a hinge box.
I'm gonna direct their attention to something on the other side of the room. Be like, can I ask you a question about this over here? Looking away from the lockbox. I don't say that last part, but that's what.
Oh my God! Look, it's a bear.
Okay.
What is this story?
Criming?
How effective is this type of Yakirachrome cream? I don't know. Whatever's on the shelf.
Okay, you point to something over the shelf, and she turns her head, not moving from her spot. She turns her head to the left and looks. Now what?
Okay, I'm going to use my invisible mage hand to pick the lock.
Oh my God! All right, hold on. I gotta pull up your character screen, your thing now. See what limitations you have with this hand.
Anyone asks, I am not associated with this party.
I am already gone from the store.
The Arcade Tricksters version of the mage hand can do special stuff. It can pick locks, pickpocket, and
a spectral floating hand appears.
Make sure it's ledger main, not normal mage hand.
This isn't your normal mage hand.
Why are you heading this way? It's the other.
You can use. All right, hold on. Which okay,
Open
the
an unlocked
ledger main. Here we go.
Unlocked thing. Okay, I can't pick a lock with it. Okay.
I was about to say, yeah.
Damn,
Hold
that's
on.
like the one thing it can't do is all right. Open an unlocked.
You can. It can manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, pour contents out of vault.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Then I'll just
Good,
have it
now we won't
grab
go to
the-
jail.
All right. Is there anything just like on? Is there anything just like in their not field of vision I can have the mage hand grab that's of value?
There. Hold on. I'm trying to visualize
wanna
the
test
shop in
this
my
thing.
head.
I'm just trying to take this thing for a test.
You said over here at the Mercurochrome cream. Got it. Okay. She looks at the. She looks over there on the. She looks to her left. So on her right, away from where she's looking, would be a couple of more bullets. How about that? It's like another little. It's a little box of bullets.
I'll just have it try to lift like the smallest one, the smallest box, and just have it floated out the door of the store in her blind spot.
Does your mage hand that you cast? Does it have like sleight of hand,
Fingernails?
like bonus or anything?
Yes, yeah, it works off of my stats. Yeah.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
Okie dokie.
Where the hell was the house that we were...
Chat says Mage Hand has a 10-pound weight limit also.
That's right. That's why I decided to go for.
It's not. It's a small box.
Okay, so wait, what did I roll there?
7.
7. All right, 9 altogether.
9.
Oof.
Okay. Let me look at something real quick.
Where is the house that they told us that was pointed to us? Where is this?
It's right. It was right across the street. From
Okay.
the guy right there.
You.
It's right where Aerodon is.
Really?
Right
I thought
here.
they were going like the wrong way.
This house right here.
I lost track.
Anyway, your spectral floating mage hand has to pick at the box of bullets a little bit, and it starts jingling. Like it starts going, and she like looks over and sees this spectral mage hand floating in the shop, and then
it's
like
invisible. You can't see it.
Are you sure? It says it's a spectral floating hand. Oh, the hand vanishes if it's. Oh no, if it's more than 30 feet away from you.
Wait,
It is not invisible. It is a
like, oh my god, you have poltergeists.
Roll a deception check.
Those are also invisible.
Roll a deception check. Roll a deception check.
Okay.
How could this happen?
There we go. 18.
You need the Ghostbusters.
Some guys have all the luck.
18 plus 4. Yeah.
She turns and she looks at the
I'm not
hand
even got a question at this
grabbing at the box of bullets, and then you shout, "Lord, you've got specters!" And then you, oh no! And she kind of like looks and then like looks at you and like her eyes widen. She kind of freaks out a little bit, and she's like, "Oh!" What do you do?
Run for it! I run.
You run out of the house.
Right.
You run out
I'm
of the
scared
house.
of ghosts.
I come back with Bilge like at the same time.
Okay.
Presumably we were in the same part of town.
Fair.
I just like look to you and I go like, I see that went well.
Never know when ghosts are going to appear.
Tad's arcane trickster class may make the mage hand invisible. At least that's how it worked in D&D 5 first printing.
Okay.
Is that how they croaked, you would say?
We'll remember that for next time.
Well, remember that. I apologize if I didn't get that correctly. I'm not used to this arcane trickster version of mage hand, so we'll remember that for next time.
I'm playing it too, so it's all good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. All right, that's
that was
fine.
funny as hell.
I thought that was gonna be invisible. Damn it!
We could just count it as
It's
like
just
you
like
forgot.
a Mickey Mouse glove. It's like Master Hand from Super Smash Brothers, like floating across the store.
We'll say you
Like,
forgot to make it invisible or something.
I'm
All right.
like a mutant. I'm like discovering my powers. Like it's It's okay.
Well,
it's okay.
listen, we did just level up yesterday.
All right, so is everybody
Exactly, yeah.
gonna wait till nighttime and like try to stake out this house or whatever?
I want to
So,
buy a diamond real quick.
A diamond.
A diamond. A
Hey, where'd I go?
50
Don't-
a
don't we
50
have a
gold
diamond?
worth diamond. Because I have a spell that can be recast so long as I have a diamond.
Sick.
Don't we have
Oh.
a diamond?
Yeah, I thought we did have a diamond.
I have
Uh,
a diamond, but
That's
I'm
for
keeping it
Fufi's
for
spell.
resurrection.
It's like our Phoenix down.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like our Phoenix down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, you buy. Okay, fine. You do find a jewelry shop where you're able to find a diamond worth exactly 50 gold pieces.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's
I do
use some
not
of
buy
our-
a diamond.
I
I
do not
think we should all get like lunch.
I wait.
What time is it? No one ever told me what time it is.
That's true. Yeah. What time is it?
Right. You guys were down there for a very long time. You long rested, then you fought like a bunch of monster robots. Then you long rested again. I'm gonna say it's getting close to dusk right now.
Okay. Well, the people.
So
are
we'll say
doing
it's light
shopping.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people.
So
are
we
doing
better plan
shopping.
out.
I have a pitch to make.
Let's eat.
Okay.
Is it dinner? Is dinner the pitch?
I can transform myself into one of these cultists because
Yeah.
we've seen them before, and I can make myself look like anybody. I'll just be like a short cultist.
Mhm.
I like this
Er-
idea.
Is that something you can always do?
No, it's something that I could do now.
Maybe we should all tell each other what we do now.
That's true. Yeah, we all have.
Yeah.
I hit
superpowers
things
now.
harder.
Whoa.
We all excitedly compare stats.
Exactly. Zip.
Oh, boy, yeah, all right, yeah. Hey, check this out.
Yeah, yay,
Zip.
PC baseball cards. Ooh, I'll trade you a Burkus for a Tad.
Dude, we do need to make trading cards of our characters. That'd be fucking awesome.
It would be. Hey, Burkus,
Holographic,
can you change your form at all yet?
Yeah, do you have beast form yet?
Yes.
What's
And
the
what can
smallest
you
character
change
Tried to
into?
yet.
A deer.
I can do a
It's not very
deer.
small.
I can do more than a deer.
Well, something that you could hide
He
in my
just
robes.
goes on his forest.
Yes. I think Burkus transforming with Tad would be cool.
Right, if you could be like a rat and hide in my robes, then it's like two of us. It's like, surprise, motherfucker, there was actually two people infiltrating instead of just one.
That's cool.
I actually don't know if I can do a deer because I have to check the.
But we said rat.
the-
A rat.
Rat.
No, but I was mentioning a deer before, and
Oh.
I do have to check the challenge ratings of whoever these guys are. So
What about
There's
a rat with
that.
horns?
yeah, that probably has a higher
Hmm.
challenge rating. So I don't know. And also, I've never seen one. I'm pretty sure that we're going by the rules where I have to have canonically seen these things before I can be them.
I
What,
forgot
you've
that
never
was the
seen a
rule for
rat
druids.
before?
I've never seen a rat with horns, dude.
I'll draw you a picture right now.
Well,
Would that
hold on,
work?
we're
Hey,
in
if
a-
somebody draws a picture,
There's a rat with horns.
You just
Go
turn
to
into
it.
the picture of it. And it's like a shitty drawing.
And now I can't change back because I'm just a piece of paper.
You're like Doodle Bob.
Sad
Hoy,
dragon,
hoy.
One Piece.
Burkus,
yeah. Doodle
we're-
Bob.
We're in the city. All we have to do is go look at some garbage for a little bit. Can we go look at some garbage so we can find a rat?
I have seen literal rats before. I can do a rat. I can do
okay,
horned
let's-
rats. If you find one of those, show me.
Okay, let's make sure we're all on the same page. Here. Like,
Yes, please.
Yeah.
all right. Theoretically, Tad turns into one of these cultists. We wait, and everyone else. I hide with everyone else, and then Burkus transforms into the smallest creature, maybe a cat, and follows along. We get inside, unlock the door from inside. Everyone else gets in.
Okay, so to reiterate, what we're doing is you're going to try to talk to these cultists,
Yeah, just
disguises.
follow 'em-
Well-
follow 'em in.
Oh, just follow them. But then,
Yeah.
okay, but then what? Burkus is gonna do reconnaissance and like tell us where you're going.
Well, no,
Is
he's
that
like
what you're-
backup in case somebody gets caught. Then we can. There's more chances of us fighting our way out than just
Right.
one of us.
Burkus is gonna shapeshift
Oh.
into some animal, a small animal.
Okay. Well, then what do we
Something
do?
that
Do we
wouldn't
just
be-
And then
wait for you to
potentially
like?
punch people.
Are
I
you?
guess
are,
we wait.
are you yeah. Are
I
we
don't
just
know.
gonna wait for you guys to like come back and tell
Well,
us where you went?
No, we unlock the door, so you guys get in.
Assuming it is a door.
Well, it's a house. There's a house. We know they're in this.
Oh,
house, right?
to get into the house, basically.
Yeah, it's just this house right here. So presumably cultists to go in and out.
How do we know,
One of
like,
us goes
if we
in
go
and
into
unlocks
this
the
house,
door.
there aren't just going to be other cultists that are just going to be like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And then we have to fight these cultists.
That's why we're
We
going in
could.
disguise.
That's why we're here, is to fight the cultists and get the whatever sigil stone they have.
Right.
Right.
What
Yeah,
if we
but
had like
you
a
don't
plan?
want to. You don't want to alert the entire hornet's nest, though.
Mm.
Right,
That's why
but
we're
what if
going
we-
in disguise?
What if we had like a plan B where we could have like a distraction or something? Like we could do something silly outside. And so like if the plan
Oh, I
fails
like
with
that.
Tad and Burkus, we could, create some noise or something and then they would rush outside and they could, I don't know.
Do we have bard costumes, like putting on like a street show?
Yeah, we could dress like clowns maybe? I don't know. Do we have any stuff like that?
Why would they be interested in that?
Why
So
would
we're just
they?
we're just going to be a bunch of mimes on the street and just like,
No, it wouldn't work if we were mimes because we wouldn't be making any sound.
These are
Hey, you've got the-
presumably
you've got the right
savvy
boots for those.
characters.
Okay, so I feel like we should just like let Tad and Burkus do this plan, but we need to hide somewhere, just like out of sight. But we
Yeah, the backup plan is you rush in and kick everyone's butt if we're in trouble.
It's not a bad backup plan.
all right, well,
You did shotgun a robot dog into hell.
I'm trying to see if there's some way one of us can I don't know, send a signal or a message or something.
I actually
Do you
can.
have,
I
like-
can
Mm,
telekinetically send messages.
Oh, you can? Because that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Great. Then I don't have to send like a familiar out or something.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
yeah,
gonna say
that
we could
also-
do a
that.
familiar. Yeah, we could do that.
That
But
sounds awesome.
telepathy works just fine, I would think. Unless
Isn't
uh,
familiar more
somebody-
backup though.
Unless somebody kills
Familiar,
you.
more backup is always good. Familiar is cool.
Well, if I need to summon one, I'll summon one, right? I mean,
Oh,
it's,
time is progressing.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh,
DM is telling
okay,
us time
okay.
is progressing.
God said,
What if
"Hurry
we
up."
have-
And the negotiation went on through the night.
Okay,
well,
hi-
what if
where are
one
we
of
gonna-
us? Sorry.
Hiding spots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where should we hide?
This alleyway
Hello?
over here, maybe.
Yeah, where?
Uh,
yeah,
I
That
couldn't-
alleyway, Yeah, like back there.
oh my god. Where's the house? This one, right? This is like.
It's the one
This-
right across from it, I think.
I was
this
just gonna
one.
quickly say, like, what if instead of just sneaking in, Professor Tad, like maybe you said like you wanted to join their guild.
Skid, could you
Maybe
remind
they
me
would-
exactly what house that the guy was pointing to?
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to remember.
It's this
'cause
one.
it's
It's this one.
That one. Okay, so
That's what
all
I
right,
thought,
we're
yeah.
we're now like, all right. So where we are right now is like across. God damn it! Why does this keep resetting every time I place my character somewhere? I'm like trying to like see through all of these houses so I know where the fuck I am, and then it just like as soon as I place my character, they just all reset again. Oh well.
Wait, whose suggestion was it?
Oh,
For
the
joining
lock.
cult?
That helps. Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Hold on.
Foofy, that was your suggestion for joining the cult, right?
Yeah, I thought maybe
Okay,
not
here's
just
an
sneaking
idea.
in, you could. Yeah.
What about both?
ahead.
All right, so I'm disguised as a cultist, and you're with me, and I'm like, I have brought another one for the flock.
Oh
and
yeah,
then we get
maybe.
3 in. Then it's you, me, and Burkus.
Yeah, that could work.
Aerodon's just kind of
Unless-
already gone
I'd be like, "I
ahead.
caught
He's,
this
he's
one
scouting
sneaking
around.
around."
the house.
All right, I'll do that.
And what about when they all realize they've never met you before?
Then we'll just improv. It'll be
All
great.
right, Aerodon, what are you doing?
Okay.
Are you
Deception
like
is
looking
my specialty.
around or just or inside or what?
It's actually true.
Just looking around while also maybe trying to look inside the windows. Well, try not to
Roll an investigation check.
And Burkus, what's your tiny animal form you're thinking?
I'm researching now. So I was thinking maybe giant wolf spider. Is that too big? I could just do regular spider and nobody would see anything.
Yeah, you just ride on my hat or under like on my mustache.
That's a 10.
A 10?
That's true.
It's a.
Let's see.
It's a
I guess that's a way to do it.
It's a dilapidated, old-looking house. When you try to peer into one of the windows, it is too dark to really see much of anything that's in there. You're not sure what's in there. It just looks empty.
I see a little balcony up here, don't I? Like up here?
Yeah, there is a small balcony up there. Yes, you do see that from outside.
Yeah, I like this idea of infiltrating from multiple sides at once.
Yeah. Burkus, you should be a jumping spider.
Jumping spider.
That's true, because then you could go in with Rogar from one side, and then me and Tamari could go in from the other.
It goes great, shiny doggy. Hope you're doing good.
And then we have Varus and Bilge ready to rush in from outside, so we can approach from 3 angles and potentially just pincer anyone who's in the house.
All right. Is everyone in agreement with the plan? Any suggestions?
So I'm just using spider stats, but also I can jump because I don't think that jumping spider is a thing. But
No.
I would prefer it.
Sheet?
Yeah.
Spider's D&D ability has a jump. Yeah, the giant spider can jump.
Great. Wait, how giant? Like if I'm shooting for not being detected here.
If you're just a spider, it's going to be like a normal size of spider.
Okay.
So the plan is still for you to ride in on me or Tamari.
Yeah, unless there's another opening, but
The other idea was that Rogar was thinking of going in through the balcony, so you could go in with either group.
All right, I'll go in with you because you're gonna get into trouble.
Fair enough. Yeah, and also Rogar could probably steal some shit too while everything's in chaos.
But once they start hitting you, I will be jumping off.
Yeah, and transforming back into a full-sized person.
Does anyone have?
Okay, I guess I'll do that. Yeah.
Does anyone have any like disguise kits or whatever? Are we still gonna do some like clown makeup or?
We all have like animal faces.
I don't know what this plan is that you're thinking. I don't understand this.
You're the backup. We're gonna infiltrate.
I know we're the
then,
backup, but if we're like, what if things go wrong? We're just gonna like hop around like fucking carnival barkers and just kind of like.
No, that's a bad plan. You come in and you start kicking
That was-
ass.
Yeah,
Right. So what's with the clown makeup?
We're not doing that. That's not good.
We're saving.
fine-
No, we're
I'm fine
saving
with
that for a
staying
different
back
scenario. That's
here
gonna
and
work
waiting for-
eventually.
I'm fine with.
It would work eventually for something. I know.
The clown plan is going into the vault. That's not going. We're not throwing the clown plan.
It would work
Okay,
for
okay, good,
people who
good.
aren't like a shadow government, but I don't think
Right.
that they're going to be interested.
Right. Evil cultists might, in the middle of the night while they're doing their evil culty things, might not be.
Do
All
I
right,
see
okay.
anyone? Do I see
Disguise
anyone up on the
time.
balcony?
Yeah,
You don't.
disguise time.
Investigation check. Investigation check.
I was about to say, I think Skid
It's getting
left.
darker now.
No, I'm. This is what a DM does. I listen to you guys make the plans. This is the kind of stuff I love. I love watching you guys figure shit out.
You kind of like
It's-
listen to us just kind of like
Yeah.
frantically bicker as the lights of the town
fades.
go out.
It's gotten so dark that I've rolled a 1.
You roll a nat. Oh boy, you don't see
No,
nothing. It
it's
is
gonna
now.
happen again.
It's too dark. It's so dark you can't see anything up on the balcony. You know there's a balcony there. You can't really see up there.
Shit.
I'm just
Do
gonna
you see any
try
sign of
and
the cultists.
I
going,
could have
Rogar.
cast dark vision on you.
What about the cultists?
Let us know if the cultists are up here.
No, there's nothing that's happened yet. The sun's just going down.
Can I roll a perception just to see, like, just to investigate my surroundings from across the way?
Yeah.
Looking into looking towards the house that we're supposed to look at.
Well, you don't even really need to roll. Nothing's really changed. You guys have been standing here discussing it, and you've been kind of like looking over your shoulder every now and then, looking at the front door. Nothing's happened. No one's gone in. No one's come out.
Okay.
So
all right.
Stakeout.
Don't say steak.
What are you gonna do, Aradon?
Rogar.
What is it?
I'm gonna take a running jump and just like hang off the side of the ledge and just peer up, try and get a good view on what's actually on the balcony.
Okay, you need to do a acrobatics check then for me.
Why don't you work with Rogar to get a? Yeah.
I was about to say I am going to use the help action to.
All right, give him advantage. All right, with advantage.
Because Aradon's just tired of listening to the constant plans and not actually doing anything.
There's nothing that's going on.
All right, that's a 15.
15. All right, you managed to get your fingers just over the ledge. You were hanging on barely right now. So you pull yourself up. That got you there. Now, why don't you roll an athletics check for me now, please, to see if you pull yourself up just to see what's over the ledge.
Nat 20.
Okay, you easily, nat 20, easily you pull yourself up and over, and you are on the balcony now, which is empty, by the way. There's nothing up here.
Okay.
It's very dark.
Can he help Rogar up?
I don't know. Can he? Is that what you're wanting to do? What do you guys want to do?
I am going to attempt to also climb up to get there.
All right, acrobatics check.
Considering Rogar's also followed me, I guess I could help him out. So roll for advantage.
All right, here we go. 22.
All right, yeah, you get yourself up there and you manage to grab the ledge, and Aradon grabs your arm and with his help pulls you up to the balcony. Where did you go? You fucking vanished. Oh, there you are. You're up there. Okay. All right. So you were both now, both Rogar and Aradon are up on the balcony right now, in the back of the house.
And still no sign of the cultists.
There's not been any sign of the cultist yet.
How do we know they're not inside already? Because it's just dark in there?
We don't.
Okay. All right. That's a fair point. We could just go up and knock. All right. Tad is
the time
into a tiny cultist.
Okay.
All right.
And I guess I just pull my hood up.
Spider time.
All right.
All right.
All right. Hop on spider blood.
Okay.
It is now even darker than before.
Is there some way to turn into things on Tailspire? It's probably too complicated for tonight.
I'm not gonna do that. Worry about that right now.
All right, we're approaching the door.
Okay, everyone use your imagination.
And I would assume we're knocking, and we're gonna knock.
Okay.
I'm not knocking. I'm a spider.
So you knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay, you knock on the door. Silence.
I try the doorknob.
Okay.
Try knocking harder.
You try the doorknob. It kind of clicks and clatters. It does not open.
I pick the lock.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check for me.
Okay, you got it. App open here. $12.
Okay. With a little click, it's an old rickety door. It wasn't like holding together very well. It's easily click. You hear it click in it, and the door kind of like just from a little bit of the wind blowing behind you kind of blows open a little bit.
Up Operation Shadow Toad is a
Do you push the rest of the way in?
I do.
No, I
Okay.
can't talk as a spider, right?
Right now, if anytime you try to talk to them, all they hear is.
Okay, great. So I can't describe why this is a
Yep.
bad idea. That's too bad.
Yep, they don't understand
Give them a piece
anything.
of paper.
Quick, Charlotte, use the web.
Okay, so you walk in here.
Oh, I could do that.
I
It is-
understood that
Yeah,
reference.
There is one. There is one lantern that is lit over in the corner. The candle looks like it's
Okay.
almost fully out. Other than that, it is empty in this house.
Hmm.
All right. Is there? I guess there's no trapdoors or anything visible.
I want to roll a perception check.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. Let's all do that. Can
Okay.
spiders do that too?
Yeah, you can. You
Quick
can. You can do that as a spider. Absolutely.
Listen,
Yeah, I have spider sense,
spiders
of course.
have 8 eyes.
Yeah.
You write down
So-
some pig on the wall.
I guess my stats probably change to whatever the spiders are.
Yes.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17.
Nice.
Okay.
Better than what I rolled.
Yeah, mine's like it's like a
I'm
8 or
keep-
something. So
All right.
I'm keeping my eyes open around the area as I see like everyone walking in. I'm just kind of like
Okay.
keeping an eye out.
While I explain what they see, why don't you roll a perception check for me, Bill?
I like the sound of that.
Tamari, you don't. There's no hatches. There's no. You check around the room. There's no like secret walls or doors or anything. There's no hatches. The only thing you see is like a used bedroll by the window next to a fireplace that looks like it's been used recently. It's not hot or anything, but it looks like it's been used recently. And
Okay.
the only other thing you see is a stairway that leads upstairs.
Should
I
we
rolled a-
check this fireplace? Sorry, go ahead.
What
No,
was
go ahead.
what was your roll, Bilge?
I rolled a 9, which is not great.
A 9. Okay, that's fine. Before I explain to you, let you guys do anything else, Eridon and Rogar, what are you guys doing?
Let's see. Is the door we're facing locked?
Do you try the handle?
I'm also
I-
trying to peer in through the window, see if there's anything.
Okay, roll an investigation check for me, Eridon.
Damn, it's just too dark.
Yeah, it's very dark inside. Do you try the doorknob, Rogar?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it opens.
Okay. And before I go in, I'm going to pause and I'm going to listen.
Okay, perception check for me.
Total
I'll-
of 16.
I'll do that as well.
Perception check. And what did you roll, Rogar?
16.
16. Okay, Eridon.
I'm too focused on the door opening. I
Okay.
rolled a nat 1.
Oh my God. Okay, Rogar, you stand and listen. It is dead quiet in the house. All you hear is a little bit of fumbling from downstairs.
Okay.
Bilge.
alright.
Hmm.
You, even though you only rolled a 9, you do see a figure outside, very slowly right now, walking toward the house.
Crap.
Here we go.
I'm going to mention to Varus. Is Varus with me?
Yes.
Okay. Varus, do you have any like skills to like telepathically talk to anyone or give like some sort of notice?
I do
Like-
actually.
Okay. I think I'm sensing someone's like coming towards the house, so we need to tell the ones inside the house right now that someone's coming.
This figure has stopped at the corner of the house. They haven't gone to the front door yet, but they've stopped like at the corner of their house, and now they're right now they're looking down the street from where they came from, and then they're just kind of watching around themselves.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, hang on to that. They're
Yep,
not
yep,
moving.
yep. They're not moving.
So it's just
Chat
like
wants to
just-
know if the
just
figure is
theoretically.
handsome.
Maybe you'll find out later.
Okay.
Tumblr sexy man, perhaps.
Is
Handsome check.
Are they sexy?
All right, what is Varus doing right now?
Waiting with Bilge.
Okay.
To basically cast minor illusion, since I can actually cast a sound or a whisper even, I can tell them, that there is someone coming inside, but I'm gonna wait for that.
Yeah, we're just kind of hold for that for now.
Okay, got it. You got that
need
on
to-
hold then. Perfect.
I need to keep an eye out on this person who just like stopped
Sure.
at the corner.
All right, what are you
Is that
guys
something
on?
that works like through walls?
She's standing in a spot where she can actually see all of you right now perfectly.
Oh, great.
Yeah, the door's open.
Yeah.
The door's
You
wide
guys left the
open.
door wide open, so
Should we shut it?
Well, if we do shut it, we have to come up with a reason why we're shutting it beyond the what the other characters know.
Okay.
Because now we're just shutting it because we know the person's outside, but our characters don't know that.
yeah,
Right.
you guys are unsure. Yeah.
And I'm
Let's
really
just leave
mad,
it.
but I can't tell you guys.
Yeah. All
You- right now-
unless
Are you
unless
are on
Varus is
someone's
gonna tell
hat,
us
or are you
something.
like following behind or something?
Yeah, where specifically are you, Burkus?
I'm on you. You're a little cultist still, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm on your
So-
I'm on your robe.
Professor Tad, you see this little spider. It just looks very angry while you're like sneaking in.
Awesome. Okay.
It's like
Kinda
lifting its
jumping up and down on your
it's
shoulder.
lifting its little legs, going.
I gently give it a little pat on its head.
Okay. It
All
now
right,
looks
I
even
see
more angry.
I'm seething.
All right, what are you guys doing here? Like, because as this figure is walking up, you guys would have still been exploring, doing whatever you're doing. So I'm counting this as like the figure's still like over here
Alright,
somewhere or
okay,
something.
us speaking, and I'm gonna do character talk. Like, it
Sure.
would seem that we've arrived early for the meeting. Should we hide and wait? Do you think that maybe Tamari, you should hide somewhere, and then I should stand obviously in the open?
Maybe. What if I pretended to sleep over here, like I was sick or something, and you brought? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Don't look
yeah,
as
if you were just,
convincing as
like,
you.
If you're underneath the covers and just like a person facing the wall, they probably wouldn't think it. Or you could hide behind the open door. The door's open.
Yeah.
That's just
I'm
like
gonna-
hiding by point of view. So you wouldn't even have to roll a stealth check. They're just not looking there.
Right. I'm just gonna hide under the covers if that's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, whatever you think is
All right,
best.
you hide under the covers. All right,
Sweet.
what are you
And
doing,
then-
Tad?
I'm doing my best. I'm leaning nonchalantly against this corner here by the lantern.
All
so
right.
I'm very obvious.
Okay,
Gonna
back up
die.
to Eridon and Rogar. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to attempt to sneak my way into the room to get a better idea of what we're dealing with.
All right, stealth check.
All right. Here we go. Okay, total of 17.
All right, go ahead, and make your way in.
Okay. All right, what am I looking at?
Oh, the
Right.
door just closed on its own.
Well, you're the one that did that, so
I did.
yeah. It said that Professor Tad wanted to close the door.
I didn't realize it was me closing the door.
Yeah,
thought it was
okay.
me closing the menu.
Oh no, that's the door. All right, so yeah, in this room right now, Rogar, you see nothing. It is empty. It is abandoned.
Okay. All right. I am going to take a moment to listen.
Okay. Eridon.
I'm pretty much in the same boat as he is.
All right.
I'm just sneaking my way in and listening.
Bilge, you see the figure after having stopped at the corner and looked around a little bit, has now started to move toward the front door. Turns the corner and then stops in their tracks, seeing that the front door is open.
Okay.
Sees
do I see the person?
Yeah,
Do I seeing it?
you can barely see them outside of the torch range. They see you, and they go ahead, Bill. Say what you were going to say.
I gotta I want to hold because like I'm
Okay.
looking like in that direction, and I'm just gonna assume that Tad in his form is going to come up and say something stupid. But
All right.
but I,
All right,
but so I'm still like I'm still holding like Varus and saying like,
Got
all right,
it.
hey, hang on, not yet.
Right. Okay. So this figure walks up, notices the door, kind of like stops and looks, notices you, Tad, in dressed as like a little short, like cloaked
It
figure.
says I can add a foot to my form, so let's say I'm like slightly
less,
normal,
a slightly less short cloaked figure.
Yeah.
And she walks forward a little bit, and then she kind of like,
I could tell it's a woman.
yeah. Well, it's a petite figure. She steps. The figure steps forward.
Okay.
And then hold on.
I don't react in any way.
Okay.
That seems like
She like looks to the
suspicious. I'm
left.
just playing it cool.
She looks to the left, then looks to the right, and then steps forward a little bit more, looking directly at you, Tad. And then says, "You're here early. The night is."
I'm like,
and then she,
as usual, sister.
And then she like raises her eyebrow, and she says, "The night is deepest before the bloom." And then she looks at you, as if she's awaiting a response.
Uh-oh.
Wait, the night is deepest before the bloom?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I roll a deception check.
Oh, really?
What are you trying to deceive her about or say?
I say my reply in a way that seems like I'm just sort of like stumbling over my words, or like
what is your reply? I need to know.
And the bloom is done before the dawn.
Dear Christ.
Perfect. Beautiful.
I need you to
with disadvantage.
I need you to roll a deception check at disadvantage.
Barata.
Exactly.
I can't believe I wasted a wild shape for this.
Unfortunately for this person, I still got a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I still got an 18.
An 18 deception. Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of like tilts her head back a little bit, and she goes, "These fucking newbies! I swear to God." She like.
If you could read my expression, it would be amazed, but you can't. I'm a spider.
I have +4 deception. It's pretty good. It's one of my better stats.
With one of your 8 legs, you just wipe your brow.
Big bead of spider sweat.
She leans her head back and
is this how society works?
Yeah, she leans her head back a little bit. And you can like hear a deep, very desperate sigh, like, these fucking newbies, I swear to God. And like she like kind of like lowers her guard a little bit, kind of steps forward in. And then she looks down to you and she says, "You're a lot shorter than I thought you'd be." Anyway, she stops and she turns and she goes, "Anyway, my apology. So, did you find it out? Did you find out where he's holding you up?"
We're still waiting to hear back from our spies, but hopefully soon.
She backs up and she pulls out a dagger and she's like, "Who are you?"
Wait, hold on. It's me. Duh. We were at that meeting, you know? You, me, and Carol.
You're-
Deception again. Deception.
With triple
The-
disadvantage.
She stops.
Who is saying is true? Whose side are you on?
She's like, you specifically. I was told specifically that the information would be ready tonight. You don't have the information ready. You are not who I'm supposed to be meeting here. Who are you?
They sent me to tell you that the information isn't ready. I don't know what else to tell you.
She shakes her
Sounds
head.
like a screw up on your end.
She shakes her head. She's like, I doubt that. You doubt Nyx. Nyx would not have her information mixed up.
No, you doubt Nyx. You're the one who's doubting Nyx.
No, you.
No, you.
Gaslighting her.
Okay.
I shake my arm gently to get the spider like a heads up that maybe they should start crawling towards this person.
Hold on a minute. Yep. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. In the meantime, I've been hitting you with a little spider leg.
My little spider shillelagh.
I need
Spider shillelagh.
Burkus and Professor Tad roll an insight check for me, please.
Oh, sweet. Okay, let's try and keep this from going to combat as long as we can, because I want to try and get more information out of this character. My deception's pretty high.
But we all know that's where it's going. So let's see.
It could. Well, it's not preset.
Oh.
Insight?
That's not a good sound.
We're just looking at a 7 for me.
9 for me.
Okay. Both of you are just kind of talking to her, and before I continue with what I was gonna do, Rogar and Eridon. Rogar, you rolled. Did you roll a perception check? Because you said you were going to stop and listen, right? Roll a perception check for me again, please.
Okay.
From above.
Total of 18.
18. All right. You hear the conversation happening down below. You realize that something is happening, and what do you do with this information, knowing that you're listening to this conversation, this meeting happen, this meeting going horribly wrong?
Ooh, okay. If this is going on downstairs.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. From where we are, if we try to go downstairs, that's just going to give them impetus to run right out the door. And I don't know if Bilge and Varus are in a position to attempt to grab this person.
I've got one last plan to get this person on the hook, and then we can try and snag him.
That's fine.
If it's supposed to be a meeting, we can expect more to come by soon.
I'm going to say that while the conversation started and is in the middle of happening, this is what Eridon and Rogar are doing above. So you heard that the conversation has started. What are you doing?
Okay. Turn to Eridon. How fast can you book it to the front door from here?
Eridon just lets out a huge sigh, like even he's not sure.
I'm like looking to Varus. I'm like going back and forth, like looking at the cloaked person now with the dagger, facing towards Tad.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Varus, and I'm like wondering, like, do you have any like spells that could just kind of like capture a person from here?
Unfortunately, no, but I could probably still use minor illusion to create like a flashbang.
So I'm
I
thinking.
don't know how effective that would be on them though.
You guys, go ahead, Bilge. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just right now. I'm just like talking with Varus and like trying to come up with a plan, like a backup plan.
You notice that she has pulled the dagger out and kind of like backed away a little bit, back toward the door. During that moment, have you moved forward at all?
I'm like moving slightly, like hopefully not not too close.
You're fine. Okay.
But I'm
This would
like
be out, by the
guiding
way.
Varus. I'm guiding Varus with me so that I can ask like so I'm gonna say like, okay, so what I'm thinking is that we need to toss a flashbang in there so that we could possibly get that person to be dazed enough that I can go up and capture them.
Okay.
And keep them held.
Yeah, you can grapple people. That is a thing.
Yes, you
do,
can.
and
You
it-
can
it's
grapple.
determined
Yeah.
by your
Yeah,
strength,
that's what I figured. That's what I figured because like I
All right. So you're deciding that. Tamari, have you done anything?
So far, I've just been laying here, but I've been thinking if I should just pop out and distract her, but I don't know if that'll make her hostile or not.
Okay, you're still deciding then.
Here's
Right,
an idea.
but
Here's an
okay.
idea. We go with the idea that you're an offering to the cult.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I say to the lady, I'm like, listen, we know that Nyx wanted the information, and we're gonna get it to him. And as an offer of good faith, we brought you this. And I point over to the to Tamari, and I'm like, we caught this one sneaking around, for you.
And then I'm gonna sit up, and I guess I'm gonna pretend to be.
I'll wave
I
my
don't know.
hand like I'm like, you will do as I command.
Oh,
Under the sway of the cult.
I need you to roll another deception check at disadvantage.
oh my god.
This is ridiculous. Bye, shiny doggy.
Do I
All right,
do this as well?
I am starting to crawl. This is not going well. I'm going to crawl down and try to make my way behind
Okay.
this person.
She looks at Tamari sit up in the bed, and like okay, hold on. Actually, I need to. Okay. She backs up a tiny bit more, and she looks at you, and she's like, "They're not even chained. They don't have any like cuffs or anything. What are you talking about? There's something very wrong here."
I've
I will
dazzled them.
do.
They're
I
under
will
my
do
power
as
here.
the cult says. I will do as you say, person.
She turns
I'm a
and
powerful
begins
asset
to.
for the cult.
She turns and begins to start running.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's my
okay.
cue.
At this point,
Okay.
At this point, I am basically I basically tell Varus is like, okay, now we need to flash and like I am like now starting to to like get closer and say like, all right, do the flash now.
Okay.
Yeah, do we roll for initiative?
Not yet. I'm not gonna roll any kind of initiative at the moment.
No, we need
Yes.
to like get this person subdued.
All right, let me
100%.
check on something. I can't cast spells as a spider, right?
You'll have to cancel your animal form.
Okay, consider it canceled.
Okay, as she's
As
running,
it should have been a long time ago.
As she's running, poof! The spider just back into this big elk
Surprise,
druid,
motherfucker.
servant druid. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
Get her! Get her!
and I am going to.
Jumper.
I'm gonna get her. I'm going to cast sleep to incapacitate. her.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sleep, huh?
That's what I'm talking
Yeah, if it
Uh-oh.
works. So this is
Oh no.
Sleep.
okay. So this I think she has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or have the incapacitated condition until the end of her turn, whatever that is. But I don't know. If I start casting stuff, does that mean we have to roll for initiative or?
Not immediately, no. But
Okay.
let me go ahead and roll her wisdom set. You're casting sleep on her.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll her wisdom saving throw right now.
That was me, 3 on.
What does she need to beat?
13, I think.
She rolled she got a 12. So she
Oh,
turns, she runs, and right as she makes it right out the front, Bilge, you see everybody like down on the bottom floor, except for Eridon and Rogar. notices her just collapse and on the floor, kind of like face plants a little bit on the floor.
Just full Ted.
Falls asleep.
Okay, and I grab Professor Tad's robes and whisper in his face, "I thought you were good at this."
Hey, we caught her. This went as well as it possibly could have. What other?
That was great, Burkus. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. You nailed her. We got her.
All right. Is everybody else
The little
moving
spider
toward
turned
downstairs?
into a
No,
What's
no,
going
no.
on?
I'm stopping right here as I see her
Okay.
collapse.
Okay.
So I'm just like kind of like, oh, God damn it.
So
We've got ropes. Let's tie her up.
That's
Who's
one
I imagine-
spell slot down.
I imagine Rogar and Eridon don't know exactly what's going on yet, other than they hear a thunk and then hear, "I thought you knew. I thought you were good at this." They hear that down there. So what are you guys doing upstairs now? Are you coming down, or are you?
They hear slapping their foreheads.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
peek. I'm gonna peek from the top of the stairs.
Okay, yeah. You look downstairs. You see everybody gathered. You see Professor Tad still as like a little cultist. You see Tamari and Burkus out of spider form and a collapsed figure that they are now dragging to the bed.
Who's got her?
I am
The
going to.
hell's happened down here?
Do we want to close the door at any point? Or...
Yeah, let's all get inside and close the door.
Yeah, I'd say we all get inside and go up to the attic, honestly.
Yeah. Let's
Take her
take the
to-
prisoner up as far as stairs as possible. Yeah.
Everybody closes the door on Bilge and Varus, who are standing
No,
outside.
no.
All right.
Okay,
So are we
Okay.
coming with them?
get in here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hide in the attic to.
All right, you guys let everybody know that you captured her and you're gonna go upstairs into the attic, or as far as you can, rather.
Yeah.
What in the hell just happened?
Spider Burkus
Got me.
Leaving Spider Burkus behind as on the first floor is like, a burglar.
I'm not a
alarm.
spider anymore. You're gonna make me use up my other wild shape?
Oh, how many can you do a day?
2?
2? Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
The best way to get up the stairs from here is to use the hold down shift and use the WASD keys. So that way, just move your character that way, and that'll get you up the stairs easier.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the easiest way for this
Actually
house.
was pretty good, honestly.
The door that I'm standing next to, I am going to.
Are you going
attempt to
Are you going
close
upstairs
the
even
door.
more? Okay, sure. Are you going upstairs even one more floor, or are you on the second floor near the balcony?
I was gonna go up higher because I don't know where these cultists are gonna
All right, head upstairs.
converge.
Yeah, should we have someone here to just kind of like eavesdrop
Keep watch.
in
Yeah,
case?
keep watch. Yeah.
Who's going to do that?
Is there
Probably one
anyone
of the
that-
rogues, I would think.
Yeah,
Or the ranger.
I feel like one of the rogues needs, or whoever is sneaky enough.
I'll stay here and keep watch.
Okay. Rogar staying down on the second floor, keeping watch. The balcony door does have like a big latch on it that was not latched when you first opened it, but you can latch it and lock it shut if that's what you want to do, Rogar.
Yes, I
Okay.
would like to do so.
All right, you do that. That door is now locked. You are on the second floor, keeping watch and keeping an ear out. I'll go ahead and have you roll. You know what? I'll wait on that actually. All right, everybody else is upstairs.
All right, we need to tie this person up
Right.
and
tie 'em up
and also
gag
gag them.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't we want to interrogate them?
Yeah, I think we want information.
Yeah, when they're awake, but we don't want them to like.
That's
But we
fair.
don't want them to like start screaming when other robed figures start piling in.
Fair.
True. How long does the sleep
Fair.
spell last?
I was just gonna check on that. Great question. So this seems to be. Let's see.
It
Yeah, it's
lasts
kind of
for
turn. It's kind of
5
turn based.
months.
So,
I'll say it's about
Yeah.
10 minutes is what I'll allow.
Sure.
So it takes less than 10 minutes for everybody to kind of get together and get her moved upstairs. Bilge, why don't you just roll a straight up strength check for me?
Oh, okay. 4. All right.
You'll see what you'll
wait,
see why in a minute.
where am I?
With
where are my
advantage.
stats at?
With
Oh, here we
advantage.
go. All right. So that will be a 9.
That's with it. That's with advantage.
Wait,
So-
what's the advantage?
So
Sorry.
roll again and take the higher number.
Okay. Give me a second here. It won't. Oh, god damn it! I'll just use my physical one.
Yeah, physical dice is the way to go. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. Fuck. I have no room on my desk.
Need to get you a dice tower, sir.
14.
Okay, 14. This is a very light individual. You easily carry her upstairs without dropping her or anything like that. You guys,
the stairs like dunk dunk dunk.
Yeah, that's what I was That's what I was. That's what I was rolling for. That's what I was asking for. So you managed to get all the way upstairs. You guys get her into this upstairs room, and you tie her up, and now she is bound and
gagged.
And gagged. Sure. All right. About 10 minutes pass by. What is everybody else doing, Ashley, first? Is everybody just kind of surrounding her at the moment?
Searching, see what she's got on her. I'm searching, taking any weapons, any information, anything like that I could take off of their person.
Okay. Roll a investigation check for me, Tad.
Got it. 19 plus 4.
Okay. Besides the normal dagger that and the cloak that she has on, she has nothing else on her. She's not carrying any gold, no papers, nothing.
Just a normal dagger, nothing fancy about it.
Yep, normal dagger.
All right. Throw it across the room. Just
okay.
as far away as it can be.
All right, clink, clink, clink.
Can I just observe her, what she looks like? Any kind of indicators of who she might be, like scars, or I don't know if she's wearing a bracelet or something.
Cultish symbolic.
Yeah, something like that.
Tattoos.
Any distinguishing marks or scars?
Yeah. It's a squirrel, a female squirrel that has a it's like a black inverted triangle. A small tattoo, black inverted triangle tattoo that is on her the back of her left hand.
Did we see this before, or no?
That sounds really familiar.
You got?
No, we didn't.
I don't think we saw it before.
No.
I thought it was something we saw before, but I guess not.
Nope.
Could we do a history or religion check on her?
Roll a history check. How about that?
All right. Oh, jeez. Let's see. My history is +2, so that's 4.
All right, 4.
I got a 19.
Okay, Tamari doesn't recognize the symbol or doesn't really think anything of it. Burkus, however, just by deductive reasoning, you think that that symbol is the symbol of the 8th secret guild that Arden was talking about.
I nod sagely as if I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is a cultist, all right.
The 8th secret guild, you say?
At this point,
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
This secret guild member that we were looking for is a secret guild member.
At this point, she has her eyes open and she's awake and she's kind of looking up, scared, looking up at everybody, listening to you talk.
Well, hello there, little cultist.
Well.
Now, if you promise not to scream or yell or bite or whatever, spit, we will ungag you. And if you're really nice, you will tell us some information, and we maybe might consider letting you go. Maybe.
I de-transform, by the way, back into just normal Professor Town.
Gotcha.
Table talk. Sorry, table talk for a minute. So I just want to just to kind of figure, because like I'm trying to remember story stuff here for a minute.
Sure.
Do we know what questions to ask?
Right.
When it comes to this, what we're gonna try, if we interrogate this person, do we know what it is we are going to ask?
Right. The thing that you guys are looking for are the sigil shards. That's what.
Yes.
And Arden says he doesn't know where any other sigil shards are. He's happy that you found one down in the Aetherworks Forge, but he doesn't know where any others are. But he knows people that might know where some more are.
All right. So I think. All right. So I'm just gathering. Just letting everyone know that.
Yeah.
So just to keep things really quiet, so that we don't disturb anyone else, we need to keep this to yes or no questions.
Right. Nodding or shaking their head.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Also, we don't know if they're a spellcaster, so we don't want to let them cast any spells.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Who
Yeah.
wants to do the interrogating, or are we going to take turns?
Who's
We
got
could
the
take
highest
turns. I
charisma?
know that all right. So go ahead. You go ahead and ask your questions. Just keep that
Okay.
in mind.
Who's got the highest charisma or potentially intimidate?
Oh, I have like +3 intimidation, so
There we go. Then you should do it.
Yeah. You need to
all right.
probably ask about the guild and the sigils.
Yeah.
Mhm. And when the other members are going to arrive, knowing that would also be probably helpful.
All right. So I'm gonna roll my intimidation, and I'm going to basically ask like,
You gotta do it in character. I want to hear you do it in character.
oh my god. All right.
You guys made me fucking talk to that cultist.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean, you guys?
it's
I didn't
true.
do anything.
So, all right. So I'm gonna crack my knuckles. I'm gonna say like, nod for yes and shake your head for no. Are you part of the 8th guild?
Okay. First things first.
All right.
Roll a intimidation check.
Which is a nat 20.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Holy moly!
You were kind of doing Mike from Breaking Bad a little bit, the world's most intimidating man. So that makes sense.
Holy moly!
All right, listen up.
Listen
to me.
So she
With
basically defecates, like
with a
it's so
nat
scary.
20, she like her eyes like are really wide right now looking at you, Bilge, and she nods. She nods.
All right.
She nods frantically.
So next question. Do you know where the sigil is?
You see you see her. I imagine that's what he was asking about. You notice her eyebrow kind of lift a little bit, and she kind of has like a confused look on her face, and she like shakes her head.
So should I just like take like one of the sigils that we have and just like show it in front of her and say like, one of these? You don't have one of these?
Yeah, Professor Tad takes that out and demonstrates as you say that.
She turns her head and she looks at it, and she like looks up and down at it, and then she turns back to Bilge, and her eyes widen and she shakes her head.
For yes or for no?
No.
Well,
shakes her head no.
Apparently she doesn't know what this is.
Is this the part where you like punch them because they could be lying?
You could always roll an insight check.
She didn't say she doesn't know what it is. She said she doesn't know where it is.
Well, yeah, she doesn't know what it is. So it's like,
I thought you asked her where, or that
No,
whether she
I-
had one, which is different.
I asked if they have one of those things, right?
Which is different than
Or did it-
knowing what it is. She might know what it is and not have one.
That's true. Yeah.
Wait, what did I ask?
I think we should just punch them now.
You asked if she had one, and she said no. End of
well, I
what we found out.
well, I
We're making
didn't I,
assumptions.
didn't I ask you like, do you know where one of these are?
Okay, is that what you want to ask?
I mean, was that not what I asked?
I think
And
that
I asked, like, do you know what one of these are? And I showed it to her, and she looked like
Yeah,
she looked at
she
it
shook
up
her
and
head.
down, and she's yeah.
Okay.
So
She
what
looked at
should I-
it. She
should I
looked
do-
when you pulled it out, Professor Tad, and showed her. She looked at it very confusedly and then shook her head like, "No, I don't know what that is."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
fine.
I put it away.
Right. So so what should I write do I roll an insight check to just see if like she's telling the truth?
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Right,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, roll an insight. Roll an insight.
All right.
That's a good idea.
I got
That is a good idea.
I got an
I'll do that
18
too.
plus 1, so that's 19.
19.
Sick.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 21. Wow, nice.
To both Burkus and Bill, she looks like she's scared out of her mind. She's not. She's very truthful at the moment. She doesn't look like she's trying to hide anything.
Yeah.
You scared the crap out of her with a nat 20 intimidation. So
I'm
All
right, back up, bud. She's gonna faint, I believe.
Yeah, I'm basically like, crap. We got the wrong.
her eyes are
we got
her
the
eyes
wrong
are
robed person.
her eyes are like darting back and forth between everybody, and then she just kind of goes.
All right, table talk. I think we're getting played by the guy who sent us after these guys. Like he said that these cultists knew about this, and we took him at his word, and they don't know jack shit. Are we
Okay.
getting played?
Okay.
here?
And also, he's a fox. Again, this is table talk, but
Yeah.
come on.
Are we getting played here? Like table
Or
talk.
squirrel.
We could be. We could be. I
Um,
want to interrogate
so
the.
Yeah, maybe we should see if we could like just ungag her and tell her it's like, listen, don't like since I intimidated the fuck out of her.
Yeah, you've already
I'm
got a
gonna-
nat
we have some
20.
wiggle room.
Like,
So
we
all
have
right.
some wiggle room.
Yeah,
I
Let's
think
ask
like we
when
could
the
do
other
bad
cultists
cop
are gonna
and good
arrive.
cop kind of situation, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm gonna do like a good cop. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and be like, "Listen, I know that you're really scared right now, and we don't mean to necessarily harm you or anything, but we're just trying
we
to find
could.
out some. We could, but we're just trying to find out some information about a secret ape cult and things about these sigils. Can you help us? Do you want to? We could be friends or allies or something."
her eyes dart back like as you're like as you put your hand on her shoulder, she kind of like flinches at first, like, and then you start talking to her gently, calmly, and like she looks at you, and then she looks back at Bill, and she like looks back at you, and she nods.
Okay, I'm gonna look to the group and be like, okay, I think I'm going to try and ungag her. If you do anything crazy, we're gonna, have to restrain you again, but we're gonna let you talk, okay? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Table talk. Let's ask her when the other cultists arrive, because theoretically there is a
Yeah.
time limit before we get ambushed by like 10 more of these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll de-gag her and be like, okay, tell us what you know.
All right, so you remove the gag.
Yeah.
Okay, she breathes for a minute. She's like, and then like she turns to you all and she goes, "You seek a shard? Is that what it is? That thing that you pulled out?"
Yes.
I don't know of any shard. Listen, I might get in big trouble for this. I am part of the Obsidian Veil. It is a secret guild. We're not cultists. We're information gatherers. We don't sacrifice people. I've heard some of you talking about me.
Oh, okay.
we're not like that. But I don't know about any sigil shards or anything like that. But Nyx might know something. She's the leader of our guild. I could lead you to her, or set up some kind of meeting, if that's something that you'd want to do.
How do we know we can trust you?
We need to ask like we need to ask particular questions of just kind of like what does this like because she said that it's not a cult. It's this. We need to ask like, what is it that this eighth group do?
Yeah, yeah. What's your organization's
What
log
is your
line?
motivations?
She said something about information gathering. So
Hmm.
Right. Well, more or less, we're a rogue guild, a thieves guild. But we try to remain hidden from official records. Specializing in high stakes theft and meticulous information gathering, kind of keeping the city going. But Nyx, in particular, her what she wants is for the best of the city. There's a lot of corrupt guilds out there, more corrupt than us, believe it or not.
I start to like
Hmm.
cross my arms, and I'm like starting to think like, should we do like? I mean, we've already done an insight, and we're pretty much.
You can do
sure that
another
this
insight if you. Yeah, you can do another
We're-
insight if you want.
I was going
Yeah,
to ask if I could also do a perception, see if there's anyone that's potentially listening in on us as well.
Sure.
We ask about the old man.
Yes,
9.
that's a good idea.
The old man Arden, the guy that sent you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do you guys know about Arden?
Oh, Arden Wright, the Cog and Conduit guild leader.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's not on the list of guilds that we really see as any kind of trouble. He just likes to tinker and mess with his stuff in his shop, so we usually leave him alone.
Does he build the robots?
I've not seen anything like that before.
Did you know there's robots underneath the city?
She shakes her head. Oh, that there's robots underneath the city?
Yes,
That's
a lot of them.
It's
oh,
disgusting. Yeah, I agree.
that's pretty wild.
I fucking burn.
Okay.
We should probably ask like, what guilds are you seemingly concerned about? And I'm gonna roll my insight check for a minute here, which is 16 plus 1, that's 17.
Okay. Yeah, she seems like she's still telling the truth. She still seems quite afraid of you, Bilge. So anything you ask of her, she's answering pretty straightforward. There doesn't seem to be any kind of like shakiness in her voice, unless except for fear.
Right.
So
right. So it's basically it's like I'm taking whatever she says in face value. Like it's like it's honest.
Yeah. So she looks at you and she says, "Well, the only guilds that we're not worried about are the Cog and Conduit Guild, the Guild of Explorers and Archivists, and the Alchemist Enclave. Those are the ones that we're not really worried about. All the leaders of those seem fair in any kind of meetings that they've attended. The ones that we're more worried about are the Arcane Accord, the Merchants Consortium, the Iron Guard, and the Vanguard of the New Dawn. If you need to write any of those down, I can write those down for you later.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm guessing so. So the person we just met, we're like not worried about too much because he just wanted to tinker and
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I have a thought about that. I feel like we're missing something here because think about this. Like we've been thinking about the sigil shards, right? Because that's what we've been focused on. But when he sent us on our mission down underground, he didn't want us to find a sigil shard. He wanted us to find an anvil. He didn't give a shit about the sigil shard.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
and
But
then
he
there's
said,
all
but
these.
he said that this group
Right.
had a sigil
He-
shard. So
right.
what about that is
Why would he lie?
He said
Why would he lie?
He said he knows a group that might know of it, that might know of its
Okay.
location.
So
Oh,
okay, so I'm right now like just thinking it's like, okay, so well we have you here now and you're telling us that we can talk to this leader of yours, Nyx. Is there any way that you can get us to talk with this person?
so we can to guide us into where to guide to us to find these sigils.
So
And
you're
if we
buying
wanted to
information
speak to them,
from
how can you guarantee our safety?
Yeah.
They don't sound easy to get a hold of.
I'm the one who made this mistake. Nyx, she's very fair. I don't know if I can guarantee your safety. I will put in the best word for all of you that I possibly can. I mean, that's all that I can really offer. And then, Rodar, roll a perception check, please.
Okie doke. A total of 18.
18. You hear a knock on the front door at the bottom. Do you?
Okay.
Okay.
Oof.
Activate the Home Alone traps.
I am going to sneak over to the staircase leading up to where everybody is, and I am going to lightly rap on the railing in the hopes that the sound carries upstairs.
Yeah. Okay. So what
You
I'm
guys hear
thinking-
it. You guys hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being right next to the stairs, I can hear him.
Immediately, hold on. Shit, where the fuck did she go?
She's right next to me.
Oh, I moved her by accident. Oops.
all of
She-
a sudden she's gone.
She hears. Yeah, I don't know where she went. She hears the rapping too that you did, and she like turns and looks, and then her eyes widen and she looks back at Bilge and she goes, "What time is it?"
Look at my watch.
All right, so you let her. You guys know the basic time. She's like, "Shit." She's like, "I was supposed to be supposed to have a meeting with someone else. I can get them to go away if you trust me."
All right. Well, I'm basically with my steely look, I'm basically saying like, all right, sister. All right, lass. I'm gonna let you take care of this, but on one condition. You take us to Nyx so we can find out what we're after.
She
and I look to everyone. I look like to Rogard and everyone. I say like, if you screw this up, and I just crack my knuckles.
She nods. She nods. She's like, I promise. And then she looks down at her bindings.
Yeah, I think we should let her go and just let her
before-
take care of this.
Before we let her go, what is your name?
Names mean little in my line of work, but you can call me Whisper.
Whisper. All right.
Where's Tangle?
I was waiting for that.
She turns to you, Bill. She kind of like raises her eyebrow.
Nothing. Don't worry.
Okay.
I don't understand anyone's references.
I just do like I just do the fingers to the finger to the eyes, like, you know, just like fingers to her, fingers to me in the eyes. It's like
I do sleepy fingers at her.
she looks back down to her bindings and she's waiting. And there's another knock at the door, the front door at the bottom.
We undid the
Okay.
bindings, right? So
all right.
yeah.
So she walks downstairs.
We follow.
I got to get her down.
No, we
bit.
probably should keep quiet, but keep an ear open because maybe there's some information that we
Mhm.
can like just to like keep things.
Yeah. Do we have a?
I
mean, how well
contingency
can we
plan
hear
for
down
if they
there?
Get away.
Rodar, why don't you roll a perception check for me to see if you can hear what they're saying?
All right. Total of 17. I'm doing well.
17. Okay.
Nice.
Whisper walks by everybody, walks downstairs slowly, makes it to the front door. And then you hear her, Rodar, this is only, Rodar is the only one that can hear this unless anybody else wants to try and really listen from up higher.
No, I think we're gonna let Rogar
Okay,
listen in.
so
He'll
Rogar-
tell us later.
You
If he
hear
needs backup, I can go down to where Rogar is as well.
that's fine. From his role, he can hear everything.
All right.
So she goes to the front door after it's been knocked on another time, and she goes up to the she goes up, and she doesn't open it quite yet. She like leans in and she says, "The night is deepest before the bloom." And then from the other side of the door, you hear, "And only the unseen may tend its roots." She goes, and she opens the door gently, and you hear some footsteps, and she says, "Okay, do you have the location?" And then the other individual that you hear inside says, "Yes, take this to Nyx." And you assume that there's some handing of paperwork over or something. And he asks her, "Is everything okay? You seem a little shook up." And she turns to him and she says, "I'm fine. Everything's fine. Hold on. I got to roll a deception check for her." Nat 20.
Wow.
He's like,
Whoa,
"Okay."
good.
Yeah,
For once, when you roll a nat 20, it's in our favor.
yeah. That was my nat 20 in your favor this time.
Yeah.
She
my nat 20 intimidation just basically went
Yes.
straight into that.
Yes. So-
she has visions of my face. Like,
It's like a
She's-
nat 40.
She says, "Yes, everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm just a little tired." And he turns. He's like, "You should get some sleep, Whisper." You hear him say, "All right, everybody, let's go." They turn around. You hear footsteps walk out, and you hear a door close. And then Rogar, it's pretty silent for a couple of minutes before suddenly you see Whisper walking back upstairs. And she looks at you, Rogar, and she just kind of lets out a deep sigh. And then she continues walking the rest of the way upstairs to the group.
As she passes by, I'll just give her a quiet, "You did good."
Okay.
like
Also-
a thumbs up. It's like,
She makes her way back to the group, and she's like, "Okay, they're gone."
all right, sounds good. Well,
We missed this earlier, but someone in the chat said, "Cody, when you were doing the interrogation, Shakes cultist, what have you done with Carol?"
She looks at you, Bill, and the rest of the group, and she says, "I can lead you to Nyx. When would you like to meet?"
As soon as possible.
Understood.
And
After
also,
breakfast.
I was just gonna say to her, I'm sorry we had to ambush you and trick you and all that, but you see, we're adventurers looking to find more of these sigils, and we've kind of had difficulty finding any leads. And we appreciate you cooperating with us.
She
You
tilts
have a friend with us.
her head. And she's like, "I see. You're not here. And I don't recognize any of you from Gearhaven." And then she turns to Tad and she goes, "Except you." She's like, "You
Excuse me.
aren't you?" She's like,
Hello,
she's like,
Professor Tad.
"Aren't you?" She's like,
you just take a bow. It's like actor extraordinaire.
she looks at you,
Exactly.
and she only just now did she recognize you. She's like, "You're the leader of the Archives Explorers Guild."
At your service.
She
That guy.
and she's like, "Oh, thank God." she's like, "Well," she thinks about it. She's like, "Now I see why we don't really have a problem with them." I almost she's kind of like tilting her head a little bit. She's like, "Okay, well, now that I know what you're after, maybe I can plead to Nyx to see if she can help." We've been coming up with a couple of different things. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Nyx would be very upset with me. if I
Apologies for the
did.
deception.
That's okay. You weren't very good at it.
Seemed
That's
to
what I
fool
was
you
saying.
for long enough. Well, we can try that again if you,
You
want.
almost,
Seemed to work pretty
you
well the
you
first
almost
time,
did.
though.
You almost did. You almost got me. Things weren't.
We almost
Things
got you.
weren't.
I think we
Things weren't-
definitely caught you.
I mean, things
We
weren't
caught
adding
you.
up. Things weren't adding up with the story. At least she's cracking you smile for the first time, and she kind of likes the company a little bit. She's like, but yes,
Tad
I'll
turns into her. Tad
I'll,
turns into her.
Stop doing that. Jeez.
I'll lead you. I will lead you to our guild leader Nyx right away if that's where you would want to go.
All right. Well, we're one step closer.
Oh,
Like
to
mockingly follow after her. Like,
All right.
exaggerating her walk, like, "Ooh."
All right. So, does anybody need to take a short break? Do we need to take a short AFK break, snack, drink, stretch?
I could
Yeah,
take a
probably a good idea.
stretch. Yeah, this
That
is
sounds
this is
nice.
this is a good in between.
I think so too. I'm gonna have everybody gather at the front of the house outside.
Yeah, as soon as I can get out.
Yeah,
Oh
as soon
wait,
as
right. It's
you can like shift, click on your character, and then there you go.
Yeah, I did it.
Yep, shift click on your character, and then click outside, and then they'll teleport outside. There you go.
Instant transmission.
All right, everybody, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you guys for sticking around. This has been fun so far. Watching you guys.
Yeah.
This is fun.
See, this is
great.
This is
went so much better than the first time we tried to do this.
See, this is what I love about D&D because it can be fun outside of battle, you know. So
Man
all right.
plans, God laughs.
Yes.
So
All right.
When we
We'll
get
be
into
back.
characters and talk to other NPCs. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
All right. We're gonna take a little 5-minute break, 10-minute break, and we'll be back soon, everybody. I'm not sure if you need to go at. We're back, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
A dinosaur
Hello.
story.
Yeah.
Roll
We
on
are
back to
back.
the Donna time.
All right. So,
Professor Screw Eye.
Gotta get the brain drain and just let the dinosaurs drink it. Then they become horrible monsters.
all
My
right.
backstory is really confusing.
So
That guy's going
Whisper
to be played by John Malkovich. Please continue.
Yeah, listen.
Whisper comes over or walks out the front door and waits for everybody to kind of like meet up.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Okay, everybody, it's this way."
We shall follow.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we use the
Dun, dun,
brain
dun, dun,
drain.
dun,
Forget all the.
Dun, dun, dun. He's doing his own theme music.
What is that?
Just hug the wall.
You missed it, chat. We were reenacting the Emperor's New Groove. On
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Whisper and say, has anyone ever told you you're a very handsome woman?
She
Wow.
she looks to you like a little
Warning
bit
right
like,
off the bat, huh?
as you guys are walking. Actually, Bilge, roll a perception check for me.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. That's a plus.
To see whether she took the
3.
compliment to heart or not. Guess that's more of an
Yeah,
insight.
I'm sure it's something that.
This is
it's
more
not
along the
definitely
lines of
that.
as you guys are walking.
This is a 12.
Okay. As you're walking, and she's like ever so slightly ahead of you. You're kind of keeping up because you're not letting her out of your sight or run away or anything. You you kind of look down at her and she's like kind of looking up at you, and then when she she sees you stare, she like turns her head back, like straightforward, and that's really all you notice.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Is she still intimidated by me?
So she leads you to this little spot on this wall, this outer wall here, and she pulls aside a lot of the brush.
Voila, the vine, she gone.
Table talk. I think she might have been shaking off your intimidation.
Or she has a fear crush on you.
Possibly.
Yeah, I hope Skid would let us know if that was the case, but
Fear, right?
Tamari,
Isn't that like
Tamari,
oh,
roll a
Yes?
perception check.
yeah, I don't like this.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, I literally don't know
I
where
need,
I am.
I need to like, yeah, I need to like.
A 20!
A nat 20.
Wow.
As you guys are walking up to the brush, and right after she stops looking at Bilge, you guys turn and stop, and she's about to start moving the brush away. You say, "You're very handsome for a woman." She's like, she already has kind of a blush on her face.
Oh. It wasn't Bilge at all.
No, it was.
Oh.
She already has it before you even
She
like
does
start
have a
talking
fear
to her. All right.
crush.
Anyway, she leads you down here to this
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. I literally don't know where I am. I can't. How do I
Burkus.
find me.
Burkus.
Are you in the
Where did I
ocean
go?
Are you in the ocean again?
I-
Ocean
but-
World.
Burkus.
Are you hallucinating again?
Listen, no. This is
By the
There.
hand.
okay.
Wait, I found myself and then I disappeared again.
I had to move you. I
Okay,
had to
thank
move you.
you.
Where were you? Where were you?
I was like in a house, a random house. I was just trying to
Okay.
find the gate.
So I need
Committing B&E.
Burkus. You
Uh-huh.
have. This is only for Burkus, everybody. Burkus, right now you have another you have like a vision. Like a vision pops into your, like right in front of your eyes. You're no longer standing with the group. All you see are trees. A forest. All that's everything's. It's very foggy. You can't quite see where you are. Like you're not exactly sure, and then you snap back to, and now you're standing right outside. You're still standing with the group, and you already shout out, "Where am I?"
This
Now-
is my favorite. This is my favorite game mechanic because it's going to happen whenever I screw up this game somehow, which is going to be all
So
the
now,
time.
everybody notices. Everybody hears you say, "Where am I?" Even Whisper just kind of like looks up at you.
Burkus, maybe you should lay off the skooma.
I'll try. I have no idea what that is.
You all right
we
there, tree
all-
buddy?
We all weren't in a forest just now, right? It's a
No.
stupid question, I know.
To my knowledge, no.
Feels like some foreshadowing.
Unfortunately, this is not the first time this has happened. But we'll have to talk about it
Oh?
later. We're in the middle of a whole thing going on right now.
All right,
Very well.
she leads you.
One of our friends just went nuts.
She leads you to this little like sewer grate, and opens it up,
Oh, good.
and leads you into the underground sewers.
A sewer. Great.
Again?
You weren't in the sewers before. You were just in. You were
No,
in. Yeah.
Yeah. That was no sewer. That was my wife.
Sewer, I hardly even know her.
Ooh.
Seamus the Fox says you're in Silent Hill.
In Silent Hills. Oh
Ooh.
god, more download all.
Ooh, it's a pretty sewer. Wow. Pretty.
Oh look, they have a little a bonsai
like-
tree over here.
It's Professor Tad feels very
wait,
at
no.
home here amongst the slime and the ooze.
Yes. Good to know. Here, have some slime.
There's at least vegetation down here, so it's one of the better sewers.
Yeah. There's like a whole
You say
ecosystem
that
down
now.
All right.
You see Whisper pull out like a little, like, it looks like a little gear, like it's like some little clockwork device that she pulls out, and she like clicks it, and it flicks up a torch.
Ah, Beyblade, let her rip.
Oh no! Oh no! Do you guys see what I see? Skeletons.
Skills.
Oh.
I don't trust it.
Take their weapons.
Yes, don't mind this. Don't mind the skeletons. They've been here a very, very, very long time.
That's a likely story.
Roll an insight
Those are
check.
good.
Those are the last
Do our
ones.
eyes match up
Roll
with
an
that?
insight check. All right.
Are we going to the court of miracles?
So that would be +7 +4 is 11.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're just like, okay, skeletons. I don't know. I believe her. No. Yes. No.
I got 3.
I kick one with my foot as I pass by. My hoof.
Sometimes these things get up and attack.
You
That's
hear
okay.
you see some of the bones just kind of clatter along the ground, and one even falls into the sewer water.
What are you
Okay,
doing?
I'm
That
gonna-
was a guy.
I'm gonna lean down and point at him.
Stop messing
I'm
with the
watching
dead.
you.
You're like Felix the cat.
I don't know. I mean, have you no sense of like honor among these skeletons in
I
the
am a
sewer?
cleric. I don't like the undead.
What about the just dead?
Okay, maybe that's a little different.
They got better.
That's what
Just
she
like an
doesn't like.
I feel like just tossing
Eridon.
corpses in the sewers is probably how the city gets rid of its
Yeah.
dead.
Hey,
There's a
Eridon.
lot of dead.
We're
Maybe
going
you
really
should cast that
deep.
that spell to sense things, just in case we're walking into a trap.
felt
What?
sense.
What are you talking about?
Don't you have like a hunter's sort of thing that or
Hunter's
ranger thing that
intuition.
lets you sense like monsters or something?
I mean, I don't know.
She
Uh-huh.
Whisper leans down, and she presses in one of the bricks and then a secret passage opens up. And
Professor Chad looks wistfully at a lily pad.
More
I'm just
sewer.
glaring. I'm glaring at these.
Wait, hang
bones
on,
the
hang
ground.
on. I stop. Oh. She just leapt over like a
It's
trap. Oh.
it's a trap that's already been like set off. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
All
just there's just like some little traps and things here and there. You can see her look at it as she walks by.
right.
And she just
Oop. Someone have their. Oh,
Hello?
Birch. You all right, Birch?
I can hear myself.
Yeah, no, that was coming from Birch for a second. You all right?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you in the woods?
No.
Again,
No,
buddy?
this is another thing.
He's in Silent Hill.
Into the woods,
Are you in the
into
woods? I like to. Are you in the woods?
You in the woods again, buddy?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, no, my headphones cut out, and
Yeah.
then
no,
then it started
I-
coming through the speakers. They're back
I-
online
I,
now.
I figured something was going on. All right, so
That's not a story glitch. That's
Okay, got it. Got it. She walks by the trap and she just kind of looks at it. She's like, "It doesn't need to be reset one of these days." She continues.
All right. Well, I think we're in
wrapping
good
every trap.
hands for now.
Did you say something?
Just saying.
She stops, and this character here walks up and says, and looks at Whisper and says, hold up. Who are these people?" Whisper walks close, and then funny enough, whispers to him, and he's like,
Oh,
"Oh."
here we go.
Does anybody want to have a perception check on that?
Yay!
Go ahead and roll perception check.
She
All
says,
right.
"This is my +1."
I did a 21.
Oops.
Ooh, wow.
19.
Okay.
23.
All right. You can ever so slightly hear her. She says, what she says is, she says, "These people can be trusted. They're following me. They need to speak with Nyx." That's literally all she says. And he's like, he looks at her and he looks to you, to the group. And then he backs up. And then she continues walking in.
I give a little wave as I walk by. I was like, "Yo."
To the
Do a
little head
persuasion
nod.
check.
I look at this guy and I'm like, you really need to put your dead to rest in a more proper place.
It's Buzz Lightyear! Yay!
Fucking Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz,
That's who it looks
buzz,
like.
God damn it.
It's Buzz Lightyear. Hey,
God.
Buzz.
These characters are actually awesome. I love them.
Yeah, this is a cool council of rogues.
Right.
Of
She-
Hello,
fighters.
Rogie
Yeah,
Rogue.
this sewer skid is amazing. You did a great
Yeah,
job
it's
on this.
really fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Thank you. Whisper walks up and she she doesn't kneel or anything, but she just kind of like bows her head and she's like, "Nyx, I bring visitors. They need to speak to you about a sigil shard." And Nyx kind of like looks at the group and then like looks back to Whisper and she's like, "What happened?" Hold on a second, everybody. Hold on.
Yeah, table talk while Skid's doing that.
Mhm.
We've shown this cult that we have one sigil stone. Let's not reveal the second,
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
just in case they want them.
Yeah, I feel like we should basically like.
We should have drawn a
say-
picture of the first one. Let's think about that next time.
I mean, they seem to be in good terms with the guild that we just talked to, and also Tad seems to be also in good spirits with them as well. So maybe Tad could say something along the lines of like, "Hello, fellow guild." Like,
Yeah. We're in emissaries from the Explorers Guild. We want to get information from the Whisperer Guild or whatever these guys are.
yeah,
Y'all know me. I'm Professor Tad.
So-
we've
Tad
heard
about
that
town.
you know of
Tad about
things.
town.
Yeah.
I'm a real tad about.
She looks to Whisper and she's like,
No, I
"What?"
like that idea, Cody.
She says,
I agree.
"What happens?" Whisper goes, "I messed up. I'll explain to you later." No, she's like, yes, you will. Why don't you come stand over here, please? Nyx kind of goes over here and kind of stands in the corner and puts out her little torchlight. And Nyx steps forward and she's like, "So, taking advantage of my whispers, are we?"
Apologies for the deception. I am Professor Tad of the Explorers Guild.
She's like, "I know who you are. Who's everybody else?"
These are my friends. We come to make acquaintance with your most illustrious guild and seek an audience with you, Nyx, Master of Whispers.
She like looks at the group and you see like a little hint in her eye, like a little bit of hint of recognition. She's like, "Oh, you guys are the new. You are the ones who are new to Gearhaven, the ones stirring up Gearhaven's Clockwork Heart. I expected way more noise, but less intent. So
we have been pretty lucky
you
today.
Will solve it.
So you're chasing ghosts, sigils? Something about a sigil, I hear."
We're seeking information about. We hear that you have information about certain sigil-like things.
She looks to Bill. She's like, "I might. What's it worth to you?"
Problems for people. Do you have a problem that we can solve in exchange for information about this?
She like looks over to her guard, and then she looks over to Whisper, and then she turns back to the group and she says, "Well, I'm not sure of any sigil, but I know of a place you could search. It's a place we've recently discovered, and it could help us too. It could be something that we could work together on. You see, I'm looking for information as well. You need a sigil. I need information. This place that we're looking for might have some records, fragments, codes, stuff that the other guilds tried to hide. A secret buried by time, by blood, and by every guild in this city, except for a select few. They were sealed for a reason, not because they were forgotten, but because they were remembered too well. We might be able to come to an accord if you want to explore this area. Of course, I need to. I would have to ask a favor actually first, if you want the key to these sunken archives. Shouldn't be too difficult."
Yeah, well, gathering information seems to be our forte.
Yeah, we do a huddle. We're like, give us a moment to discuss this, and we all like huddle up.
She nods her head. She's like, "Of course." She backs up.
All right, huddle in. Whisper.
Grouse, neater.
What? No, kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, I mean, I don't think we have anything. I don't really think we have anything to really worry about this guild other than gaining their trust. Because if we give them what they want, which is information, then they'll give us the information that we need
to find the sigil.
Yeah. Well, it seems like that the guilds, not necessarily this guild, but the guilds in this town, the power structures, are trying to keep something covered up. And we and this guild are united in the fact that we're looking to uncover those secrets.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you seem to be a part of this whole thing, Tad.
Well, yeah, that's also another thing that I was thinking is that maybe we could go into the Explorers Guild's records once we learn a little bit more about what we're looking for here and see if there's something that's like, been blacked out or missing records.
Tad, I'll say that I will say that, I mean, you're the leader of the Explorers and Archivists Guild. You know that there's like some very large sections missing from various books, from various, sections of the archives. There are some spots that don't make sense or that are just gone.
Right, and I would assume that the Explorers Guild has been around since before I was here.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
When you first took over, like your heart was set on like learning all that you could about the area, and you noticed that there's a lot of things missing.
Yeah, there's blank spots in the history books for the town.
Yeah. Sounds like sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, why would they block out, these books? Like, what are they trying to hide? Do you think?
Some weapon or some power source or an ancient artifact underneath the city. Maybe the city itself is like some sort of big machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like whatever information that they want is information that you're also looking for.
Yeah, and it seems like it ties back into the sigil shards, but they don't know it, but we do.
Well, the last time we went to find something for a guild that wasn't a sigil shard, it was. So we might be on a roll here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We might just stumble across another one of these things while we're uncovering this mystery.
I say we give it a shot, and I think since we kind of know which guilds are kind of on the up and up and which ones aren't, I think we have like a chance to kind of have a step ahead of whoever the bad guys are.
Rika Pup, thank you for the raid.
Rika!
Hi everybody.
Oh, hi Raiders.
Thank you for the raid.
Hey.
We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons, everybody. I hope you all enjoy your stay. All right.
But I feel like as we help out these different guilds, we're gonna figure out where they stand against each other, like which ones don't like each other, which ones do. Like obviously, the Machinist Guild doesn't trust these guys, considering the description that they gave us of them at the beginning.
You hear Nyx behind you kind of clear her throat, and you turn.
Yes.
You turn to her. She's like tapping your chin thoughtfully, and she's looking at you. She's like, "I'm not sure what you're discussing over there. If it has anything to do with the shard, I have no idea if there's a shard down in these sunken archives I've mentioned. But if not, there's a good chance the archives hold something that points the way. Maps, records, old contracts. The people who built Gearhaven knew a lot more than they ever told us. I've chased half-truths and broken stories for years, and the archives might be the first real trail we've had in a long time."
Perhaps it holds the key to the. I'll level with you here, Nyx. There are missing pieces of the history in my archives as well over at the Explorers Guild. Perhaps we can fill in those blanks together. You mentioned a key of some sorts?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was more just trying to level with her than.
No, that's fine. Roll with advantage. How about that? Because I liked how that came out.
Okay. I was more just trying to, elucidate the situation. Okay, 15 plus 4.
Okay. Yeah. She looks at you and she nods her head. Okay. And go ahead and continue. She's like, continue.
I said you mentioned a key.
Yes, I have the key and the location of these sunken archives. We only just recently found them. But yes, I think we could work together. But besides, if the guild's tried so hard to erase it, it's got to be important, even if it's not what we expect.
So, what exactly is it you want us to find down there?
Well, anything. Ledgers, books, something to bring back something about the history of Gearhaven.
Okay. Physical records and archives.
Physical records and archives,
okay.
Yes. If they're not lost to time or rot by this point.
Any sigil shards are found, we get to keep them?
Yes. I honestly have no interest in the sigil shards that you're talking about.
Okay. What do you think, Gang? Seem like a deal?
That being said,
Table talk.
Before I give you the key and the location to the archives, could you prove yourselves to me by running a small errand?
Oh.
Hey, errands are what we do.
Let's do it.
I'll let you guys. Is that a yes?
I mean,
I suppose.
Are we all in agreement here that we're gonna run this errand?
Yeah,
Sure.
I feel like
Let's say we're willing to hear what the errand is.
Okay.
helping out these guilds.
And
is
this
the way that we're gonna
errand
solve this mystery.
is
Right. I've no interest in the shard. I just want information from the archives, as you know. I will give you the key, but on one condition. The errand, of course, one of ours, a woman who goes by the name of Riven, chose to break the code, stole a precious and sentimental ring from one of our own, Whisper, in fact. Stole it from Whisper, vanished into the Burrows, a small cave just outside of Gearhaven's gates. She was actually in the middle of finding out information on where Riven went. Apparently, as you caught her, she looks to Whisper, and Whisper pulls out the little roll of parchment that was handed to her at the house, and then hands it. She walks up and hands it to Nyx. She's like, "Yes." Sorry. She already handed the parchment to her beforehand. Sorry. Anyway, this seems an ample opportunity to test your loyalty and drive. You want access? Just prove yourselves. Find Riven, stop her, bring me proof. Dead or alive, but don't trust her if you catch her talking. She can twist words sharper than a knife.
all right. Capture
Does that sound
people's
okay?
What we do.
Sound acceptable?
Yeah.
Dead or alive is what we do.
Wait, what?
Dead or alive? Hey, what? 50-50. I think we're on a good spot here.
We're so flexible.
We said we weren't murder hobos.
Whisper. Whisper will take you to the Burrows entrance. After that, you're on your own.
All right. To the Burrows.
I just have a few questions.
She looks at she looks at Tamari and nods.
All right. First of all, why haven't you guys gone to the sunken archive and gotten the books or scrolls or whatever yourselves?
We only just recently discovered their location. We haven't had time to yet. And honestly, I'm not sure if I want to risk any of the lives of my men to go down there.
Okay. And
She has a point.
The last thing I wanted to ask was, have you heard any whispers of necromancers or strange happenings?
Necromancers or strange happenings?
Like a strange disease turning people into monsters.
Not around here.
Okay.
I haven't heard of any. I mean, there's been necromancers before, but not in a long time. There's not been anything like that around Gearhaven, at least.
Might be something to keep an eye out for.
She seems to be very, very cautious around skeletons. So,
Yeah.
Well, we can't forget our first adventure. We were sent to stop somebody who was tangling with one of these sigil shards, was trying to corrupt it in some way, and they escaped before we ever found out who they were.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
oh, or was
This
that out
table
loud or
talk.
was it table talk? Okay.
No, that's table talk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Once I hand you the key and you head to the sunken archives, I need a copy of the lusty Argonian maid, please. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's your sweet Bippy.
I'm kidding.
You can have my signed copy right here.
So we're not canonically on an erotica quest.
Sticky.
I'm a frog. What do you expect?
This could really change the course of the whole campaign.
All right.
Here, a sign of
Porn hunters. That's
how about
our
a
group name.
how about a short how about a small sign of goodwill? And she turns to one of her others who walks up, hands her a book, goes back, and she walks up to Varus.
Oh.
And hands you a leather-bound tome.
Oh.
And when you open it, sorry, I was just quickly gonna say, when you open it and you look inside, it's got a couple of spells in there that you could copy to your own spellbook should you wish. I'll send you a list of what's in there.
Damn.
Go ahead with your table talk.
What was it? Was something I wanted to ask Varus. What was it? Does anyone want to do an Arcana check, like while we're here? Like,
Why the hell not?
There's no shenanigans happening.
I mean, yeah. I guess it's just precaution. I guess.
Yeah.
So what is it?
It just
So
rolled
what's
a
it-
20.
And what is this
Don't
check
you pass
for
that luck that way?
specifically?
Y'all can pass that luck this way, please.
Is it for the
Just,
book?
like, if there were like being like glamored or rused, or if anyone's like disguising themselves magically in any way, I don't know.
Tamari's
Yeah, just-
natural 20.
You know, if anyone's acting like us.
Yeah.
They're all just rogues down here. Nothing seems with a nat 20 roll, nothing seems out of the ordinary here. There might be a couple of like protection spells, I guess, just in case like you guys were to attack, but nothing beyond that.
Is Rogar feeling comfortable around these other rogues?
Yeah.
As comfortable as one can ever be amongst rogues.
There's, as they say, there's no honor amongst thieves.
Mhm. Yeah. I guess that's a silly
any-
question.
Can anybody else think of anything?
I don't
they
even
might wanna
trust
do while we're
myself.
here?
What was that? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Does anyone else think of anything else we might want to do or ask or say or try while we're here? Because I feel like
I'm-
it's gonna be a
I'm
while before
trying-
we
I'm-
see
I'm-
these guys again.
I've been honestly trying to rack my brain about what else we could ask, but I feel like all of the
Yeah.
questions that are going to be after we do this task for them, so we can get some more trust from these folks.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
coming
have-
back after that.
We're gonna have to find this
Yeah.
Riven person, and then see what we can do after that.
Oh, here's a dumb question. This big, cool ass looking guy to the right of the throne. Did we get any vibes off of them like during this conversation at all?
No, they are literally just guards. You got a this big dude over here, Buzz fucking Lightyear.
Yeah, I'm picking up some Buzz Lightyear vibes.
It's basically they are all just guards right now. They're all protecting their leader, Nyx. These are like you can basically think of these as like
fight against the evil Emperor Zurg.
if you want to think of it this way, you can think of it like boss, mid boss, goons. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to
So
make sure we didn't miss a chance to like
Yeah.
introduce ourselves to a named
Gotcha.
character that you worked on or something.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna elbow Bilge and be like, maybe you can ask Whisper for a date as a reward or something after this.
Or wait, for what?
Whisper, the squirrel that has a crush on you.
Bilge has not
oh.
picked up on these vibes.
Yeah, I'm completely oblivious to this, but it's like, you want me to ask for data? What? Sorry.
No, a date, a date.
Oh, date. I was like, you want me to get data?
From Star Trek.
So, wait, what do I do?
What is he gonna do?
Do it.
What do you
I
want
mean,
me
you
to
can always
do?
you can always
I'm
pick
like-
up a date from the market. I don't know. why
Don't do
need
it
to
if
get
you don't want to
specifically
do
from
it,
her.
obviously.
It was kind of a joke because I noticed her blushing, and I was
Do
like,
not
oh,
torture the
Lord.
poor girl.
what I was gonna do on our way out, I was just going to kind of like just kind of like look to their leader and go like, go easy on the squirrel. She's had a rough night. And then just kind of like
And she's a very handsome woman.
and she's a very handsome woman.
Nick's
Sounds more
like
threatening than I think you meant.
Nick's Nick's turns to look at Whisper, like kind of confusedly turns to look at Whisper a little bit, and Whisper's just kind of like really blushing red, like you can see it beneath the cloak, like ugh. And she turns back and she's just like, okay.
I think Bill's awoken something in her when he tied her up or something. I don't know.
Oh, she's one of those squirrels.
Well,
you're just as blunt as your hammer.
I promise you, I promise you'll get the key and the location to the archives once you return with news of Riven.
Here's a stupid question: how do we get back into this place again?
I mean, we saw how we saw
There was a
everything.
Whisper showed you the entrance.
Yeah,
Don't-
I think we're knowledgeable of like how to get back. Here
Don't
now,
worry,
so-
I will alert all the guild members and guards of who you are and to let
Look
you
at this
pass.
face. Remember this face.
All right,
Yeah.
good luck.
All right, should we get
Thank you. You're very handsome as well. All right, let's go.
You're very handsome as well.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Are
we
we
gonna ask him something
Where
else?
are you
Ask
going?
away.
I think we're
Ask.
supposed to be led.
Yes, Whisper's supposed to lead you to the burrow's entrance. Don't worry. Whisper follows you and like kind of like gets in front and starts leading you guys. So
I thought you like marked it on our map or something.
no, so this is so
We're going.
she leads you out just to make things a little quicker. She leads you out of Gear Haven
Mhm.
and around about a mile outside of the Gear Haven gates to a cave, and she stops right at the entrance, and she looks to you all, and she says, "This is it, the burrows. Good luck."
Do we know? So, what's this river girl look like?
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
Riven.
we asked.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, we did not.
We will know when we know.
We'll just kill
Well, I guess I
everything.
can.
She
I guess
has-
I can ask. Like,
she
we can
has-
ask Whisper.
She has purple. She wears purple robes. As far as we know, she's the only one that has come here. This is where we saw her flee to. So she's the only one that we know of that's in here. So she should be the only one that you actually run into.
Oh, okay.
Down
Well,
here.
we're not going into like a crowded city or anything. We're just saying.
Hole in the ground.
All right. Hole in the ground.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and fetch you all here.
Yep.
Is Whisper still with us, or did she leave?
Whisper's waiting out front, and starts heading. She starts heading back to Gear Haven. Did I grab everybody?
Yeah.
I'm here.
I think so.
I believe so.
One.
Believe in a thing.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
every.
buddy,
That's
sound
everybody.
off. Who's not dead?
How many of us are there? Well. Yay.
Bilge's guide to romance. First you intimidate her, then you tear her up.
All right.
God.
Then you
So-
force her to take you back to your guild.
So she's led you inside this.
And then call her a handsome woman.
They call her a handsome woman. So she's led you to this cave. So you are now inside this cave.
It's probably a good time to wrap things up for tonight, right?
I'm about to.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's still happening. All right.
Yep. Just a tiny bit more. You guys wander in the cave a little bit.
No, let's leave the cave.
Okay, sounds good to me.
We'll go in.
Burkus basically shaggies the way back.
All right.
We're slowly checking for.
But we
traps
want
and
our
what-
trap checkers. To
Yeah. Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
roll a quick perception check for me, Rogar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trap chicken.
Do I smell damp mildew emanating from the dungeon walls?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't see
It's
much with a
mildew.
7.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's
I'll do a
trapped.
trap
Seems
check,
fine.
too.
Okay, sure. Go for it real quick. Yeah, it's untrapped. It doesn't look like there's any traps. However, Tamari, roll a nature check.
A nature check.
Yes, ma'am.
Should the druid roll a nature check?
Sure.
Or- Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, another 20. Let's go.
Well,
God.
never mind.
I should start
Mine's
rolling from
good. It's not
Tailspire
that
from
good.
now on.
What? Okay. Well, both Burkus and Tamari, you do notice some purple like fungus, and you need to stay away from these. They will spew fungal poisonous spores.
Damn it, poison!
There's fungus among us.
Yes, indeed. All right.
And also, don't touch it.
All right. So
Very sus.
to avoid purple fungus, you make your way in, and you do notice there is a very large wooden gate blocking the rest of the way to the rest of the cave. And this is where we're going to go ahead and end our session tonight.
Yeah, all right.
Like it's a big wooden gate, gang.
Oh no!
I'm just glad he's in there and we're out here.
Hey,
Well, what I want to know is where's the ribbon?
All right.
dig this crazy gate.
I only go in for a Scooby snack.
You guys have good shaggies. Okay. Well done, everybody.
Yay, good
Yay.
good session, everyone. This was fun.
Well done.
Bilge got a girlfriend he doesn't realize yet.
Yes.
That was fantastic. You guys did really well on the interrogation and like planning to capture Whisper. So that was awesome. That was a lot of fun to watch. Even for me
That was
as
fun.
like the DM, I was just sitting here watching you guys plan out everything and roll, and it was so fun. All right.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So that
Thanks
was
for organizing this, kid.
yeah, fan.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Skid. This
Skid
is-
doesn't get
as-
enough credit, guys.
as-
I can't imagine making all these places. Like,
As
it's
usual,
crazy.
yeah, Skid going above and beyond on this stuff.
Oh, you guys are too much.
We're having a
No, we're
blast.
not much enough.
Good,
stuff
good,
that
good.
goes into this.
Plus, you have like other work and a family on top of that. Like that's what?
Wait, I have a family. Shit. No.
There's that
Better
red
not say
dimension-
about them now.
hell dimension that keeps opening up.
Skid, what's happening right now to your Minecraft garden?
Oh no!
Good lord, what's happening in there?
All right, everybody, that was a lot of fun.
Borealis?
Yep.
Yep.
Spider Burkus was MVP tonight.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
thank
job.
you. Even though most of what I did was just melting down in frustration and rage.
Well,
You
who
had,
did that
you
sleep- who
had
did the sleep
spider
spell?
rage.
It
I was only
Kirkus.
useful once I became a big elk man again.
Spider
You,
rage.
you did the sleep spell, right?
I did, yeah.
Yes.
That was
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
clutch. That was perfect. That was what stopped that from turning into a clusterfuck cascade.
Amazing.
That did help. Yes. I think we might have given it a little too much leeway because it's supposed to be like they have to do a check every turn, which I think means theoretically it should last like 6 seconds, or
Nah,
something like that.
I'm not gonna be that mean. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think, to just transform and stay that way. I wasn't gonna make anybody do like a check every 6 seconds or anything like that.
But yeah, I was glad that I had that. That's one of my Circle of the Land spells.
It's
Yeah, that was dope.
Actually, I can do sleep too, but I didn't have the components.
I don't know that I have the components. But I did it anyway, so.
Well, too late now. All right,
But
everybody.
good to know that you have that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're gonna go raid Aaron.
Yeah.
And as for everybody else, have a great rest of your night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Time.
Good night.
Good luck.
That was